Welcome everybody to the super special one-off episode of the Brewing Stand Digital Paradox podcast. I, of course, am Digital Alchemist, and I'm joined by my usual cohort in the field, Valk.
M&M's to die for. Buy them today.
Thank you, Valk. That's a sponsored message from M&M's. But of course, it wouldn't be a podcast without a special guest, and we have pulled a super special guest from the lineup here. SomeCallMeJohnny. How are you, sir?
I'm doing just fine, and I too like M&M's.
I think we all like M&M's.
Which flavour though, good sir?
The green one?
No, that's colour, not not flavour.
Do you like crispy? Do you like chocolate? Do you like peanut? Please don't say peanut.
I like peanut, but I like the crunchy one. The pretzel M&M's.
Oh yes, crunchy ones are best M&M's. Okay, the podcast isn't going to go down screaming.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay, good.
We're off to
I was getting
start.
scared for a second there. I thought you said they were going to be peanuts. I'm just like, oh, I'm done, did you? I'm good.
That's it. You can do this by yourself. I cannot work with a man who likes peanut M&M's.
Gonna go a brain scratch.
It's just disgraceful. Oh man. So yes, as I say, we have the thank you very much, of course, to Johnny for volunteering. I guess is the word, or accepting to come on the podcast with us today. It's
Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it.
Yes, it's an honour to
There was
have you.
no doubt last minute knowing, did you?
No, I actually messaged you a couple of days ago, I think.
Oh really? Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple
You
of
gave
days.
me the heads up, and that's all I need is a heads up.
I'm surprised, did you? You're taking some initiative once.
I know, I'm being professional. Okay, so those of you looking at the podcast and going, wait, why are we playing Euro Truck Simulator 2? I'm taking a vein from the Let's Drown Out series that Yahtzee and Gabe do on the YouTubes. And we're just going to have some bit of Euro Truck in the background, just so you guys have got something to watch if you're watching the stream. And it's just, we're going to see if we can complete a couple of jobs and that I can not kill the entire town of Devon before we get here. So...
It's only Devon.
It's going to be great. It's only Devon. Although apparently they're making a US version of this game, so I can break shit over there as well.
Oh no. No.
Ah man, I'm gonna have to get some recommendations for roads to drive down in superb 60 frames a second. Ah man, but let's go into the job market here. Let's
Oh, one thing quickly as well.
go on. Whilst I'm getting a job setting up, go on.
Since it's on topic for this entire stream thing, because we don't stream anything else now, what's your opinions on the Fire Fantasy MMO, Johnny?
Wait, one more time?
What's your opinions on the Grand Final Fantasy MMO that is known as 14?
14.
Let's put it this way. I didn't care when 11 came out.
Fair.
I don't really care when 14 came out. You know, the only thing that was tempting about 14 was that its soundtrack was composed by Nobuo Uematsu, and I love that guy. I've been following that guy since 4. And when I hear the soundtrack's been composed by him, I was like, you know what? I may just buy this game that I have no interest in just for the soundtrack. But, you know, that's what soundtracks are for. And I figured, I'm not going to bother. Then there was also that controversy that 14 had when it was initially released, how apparently it was a broken piece of crap.
Oh, it was.
Oh, it was.
And-
Yeah, the original was terrible. Yeah.
It had to get all these mods, and then it had to get pretty much like a re-release from what I remember.
Yeah,
hearing.
hence the Realm Reborn title. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes sense then. But even then, it wasn't enough to make me interested in the title. Maybe if I hear really good things, or if my friend Jacob recommends me, because he's all over MMOs.
He's all over that shit.
Yeah, maybe then. But as of now, no interest.
As of now, I couldn't give a shit.
They're already calling for your head in the chat. That was fun.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. I'm here to love and to piss off at the same time.
Well,
You'll fit in just great.
you'll fit in just fine in this group. Man, my controls are slightly weird for Euro Truck. I just want to get this out of the way. And the fact that I have to hold down the drive button in order to actually drive anywhere, because my control isn't set up right. So we may have some stop starts, we may have some, you know, trucks going jackknife, but I'm sure we'll be fine. We'll be fine. He says, crashing into the back of everything.
Don't lie to them, did you?
We're going to crash and burn. It's going to be great. So, yes.
Also,
so I've got... go on, Bob. Sorry, yes, go on.
302 viewers now.
Shit.
Followers, sorry.
Yes, 302 followers, so thank you very much. We did break 300 a little while ago, sort of early today, so thank you very much to everybody for that. Very much appreciated. And shall we get on with our topics of conversation then, gents?
All right, I'm down.
I'm-
You
Would
down?
probably be for the best. Yes.
I am down, yes, whilst I am crashing my truck into the fucking side of a thing.
Don't topic and drive at the same time.
This just in, kids. Don't podcast and drive at the same time. I'm actually going to try to sort my controls
Do you
out.
have an idea how fast you were going? Sorry, officer, I was podcasting.
Oh, just give me a second. Sorry, though, chaps. Alright, that's the little tykes in bed, so...
I'll take some bagel bites if you don't mind.
Feel free. Feel free.
Are we getting more guests on? Okay.
Yes, my nephews are coming in. They're going
Nephews, I only have one.
They're going to talk about Minecraft, and a little bit more Minecraft.
At least I've got taste.
They love Minecraft, my kids. So, yes, as I get the game set up here, we're going to go ahead and start with the unnecessarily and incorrectly labelled section of the show called the High Five, because there's at least 8 topics in this list. So, whatever.
Hold on, let me just rename that.
Oh, the arbitrary number 5.
Well, how many topics are here? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 total. What rhymes with 8?
Gate.
Gate. The
Gatorade. Perfect.
the Gator. Yeah, Gatorade. There you go.
Gatorade.
I like that.
I love this. On the fly document editing, ladies and gentlemen. We are professional. So,
Well, like,
the first topic on the list is the colossal fuck up at Konami. That's the only way to describe it, really. There's train wreck, car crash, other such synonyms. And yeah, it's not looking great for the company. They delisted themselves from the New York Stock Exchange, and apparently a bid to save money by not having a US presence. Sure, lads, whatever works. They have taken the PT demo trailer thing off the PlayStation Store, and it has now been confirmed that Silent Hills is dead, as most of the enemies in that series.
just like the town's inhabitants, to rip that headline from a news website I follow.
Not naming any names, good man.
EGM.
But don't worry though, even though Kojima has been kicked to the curb and shot, he's still working on MGS5 because they can't wait to get money out of that bad boy. Mm-hmm. But he is apparently still tentatively working for Konami still. That's their official statement.
I very much doubt that.
Yeah, I know. It's not looking pretty for anybody at that company, really, if we're honest.
It really just sounds like nothing's confirmed, nothing's outright said, but we all just get this feeling that it's only a matter of time. And it's really looking like as soon as Phantom Pain comes out in September, that's it. All ties are cut. Kojima skydives out of the Konami plane and lands safely on the ground with his Metal Gear parachute.
With his sacks and sacks of money.
Yeah, he takes all the money and jumps off the plane.
Well, this plummet is going faster than I expected. Quick, drop the cash, drop the cash. Oh,
I'm terribly disappointed in hearing what happened to Silent Hills. The first thing I thought of was actually my brother Elliot and my friend Matt, because last year we had this thing on our Let's Play channel, SGB, Super Gamer Brothers, called Halloween Fest, and we ended up capping off that month with PT, and they're really getting out how they're really looking forward to it. They're big Silent Hill nuts, and then I hear this news earlier in the week, and I was like, oh, that's got to be heartbreaking. Because people were looking forward to this. We only had a teaser, but the teaser did a good enough job in building hype for this. People didn't care that it was being directed by Guillermo del Toro or had Norman Reedus. Those are bonuses, but
yeah, exactly.
That's not the reason why you're buying it. You're buying it because it's a Silent Hill game, and you want to see what they can do with the PS4 technology. Now, it's gone. It's back into the other world.
Yeah, it's dead. It is fucked. Which is a massive shame, because I played, I went down to my girlfriend's house last weekend, and she's got a PS4. So I was like, oh, they're taking the BT trailer off the PSN store in a few days. And she was like, oh, I've been meaning to try it for a while anyway. So we went upstairs, downloaded it whilst we were getting stuff ready. Came back on and tried it. We lasted approximately 20 minutes of shitting ourselves before we had to press nope and just get out of there.
Where's the nope button?
Yeah, thankfully the home button also functions as a nope button.
So does the delete button.
Thank you, Sony, for that addition to your controller. But it was absolutely terrifying. It's terrifying in the sense that it's incredibly unsettling, and it's just really, really creepy. It gets to you on a psychological level. I don't know if you guys have seen much of it. I mean, I know you were doing a bit on it, Johnny, but I don't know how much of the trailer you've actually seen yourselves.
Not really. Yeah, I've seen plenty of it, but I was never a real Silent Hill guy anyway.
All right.
I hear the praise 2 gets. I hear even Silent Hill 1's a classic. We played Shattered Memories, that's the Wii one, and I like what I see. Not entirely, foaming at the mouth, waiting for a next Silent Hill iteration, but that's that's preference. It's not because I don't have anything against Silent Hill. It's just that I haven't had a chance to sit down and really absorb myself into the mythology of that game.
Which is fair enough. It's one of those titles and series that I don't think is really for everyone. Especially because it is, of course, as I say, it's a psychological horror game. Like, not everyone can deal with a massive guy in a pyramid, like metal mask dragging a knife around. It's not, required Saturday night viewing, which is great. But it's just unfortunate that, because the thing about the PT trailer, as I say, it was exceptionally... It had that vibe. It did the vibe of Silent Hill so well that at one point there was just, there were... Like, they weren't jump scares per se, but there were a couple of points where you just thought, shit, I want to get out of here immediately. I do not like this one bit. And then there was another bit which really freaked Hannah out, my girlfriend, where there's one of the doors. So for those of you who don't know, by the way, the premise of the game is that you're just going down this one corridor. The corridor loops as you go around it, and that is a super cool concept. But the problem is that every time you go... Well, it's not the problem, but the thing about it is that every time you go down it, something different happens. If you, and you have to trigger the right thing to get the right triggers to happen, essentially. And it's very, very creepy. I'm jackknifing my truck like a bitch here. I'm driving so badly. Sorry, citizens of Switzerland, your new truck driver's in town.
Where's the damn 7-Eleven?
I need me some Red Bull! This is not going well. But, yeah, and at one point there is... the bathroom door opens itself. Super creepy in its own right. But inside, the whole...
Oh, no. The bathroom!
The bathroom! But inside there is a... all throughout sort of the game, there's a radio message that basically says, okay, this dad killed his wife and their child, and then, like, she was pregnant, and, like, he stabbed her in the stomach, and the fetus was lost, etc., etc. It's really creepy. And then you go into the bathroom, and in the sink is the crying fetus, just wailing and bawling at you, and it is the creepiest thing I have seen in a long, long time. Like, we straight noped for a good 5 minutes watching that.
It has a pretty decent baritone in its vocal cords, though. At one sequence, it starts talking to you. I was like, whoa! It was like, you can make for a great disc jockey. You just get a top hat and a suit of armor, because you're a fetus. You can't really defend yourself.
Exactly. Yeah. It kind of.
It's like, wow. It's like my ears are melting.
I am enjoying this.
That one scene in which the fetus perfectly imitates Free Dog from the Fallout games. Yeah, okay.
But it's really unsettling. The whole thing is really unsettling. Like, you've got, like, the mother is kind of, like, out to get you if you do the triggers wrong. There's a whole puzzle you've got to solve as well, which is pretty cool. And it is really intuitive, and it's just a shame that it's gone. Like, there used to be a game here, but it's gone now. That's a Silent Hill reference for you that get that.
In my restless dreams, I see that town, Silent Hill.
Well, you don't anymore because it's gone.
You promised you'd take me there again someday, but you never did.
And you never will because it's closed.
The ultimate otherworldly being, Konami.
Yeah, the whole next game is just Konami as a company coming to haunt you.
Well, it's like gif of the Konami cat pushing, like, everything off the desk and Kojima into a bin.
Yeah, it's just like, well, fuck this, fuck that, fuck this thing in particular. But no, it's such a shame, and it's a massive crush on, like, creative freedom as well, because it was going to be great, because Kojima, like, the mastermind of fucking video gaming at this point in time, and Guillermo del Toro, who's done some phenomenal film work in the past, like Pacific Rim, but Pan's Labyrinth is a personal favourite of mine, because that film is so good. But it's just such a shame, as I said, that it's been crushed down, because Konami are essentially going, nah, we don't like this one bit, sod y'all. It's such a shame that they're being a little bit selfish about it, if I'm honest, and, I'm using this podcast to call them out on that. So, Konami, if you are hearing me right now,
Dunno.
What gives? No.
What gives?
What happened to Castlevania?
Yeah, where did Simon Belmont go? That's the real hard-hitting question we want answered, Konami. You bastards.
Yeah, screw PT, I don't care about that. I care about Castlevania.
Yeah, totally.
I just want whips and chickens in walls. What the fuck's wrong with you guys? But no, it is. Like you say, it's a shame that, as well, that Kojima's kind of been stripped from all, like, branding and stuff. The Kojima Productions kind of name has been taken out of Metal Gear Solid 5. The website's been re-updated, and it's just like...
Did you hear that?
Go on.
Sorry to interrupt as well, but I don't know if either you two watch a user by the name of Super Bunny Hop, right?
Not familiar, no.
He, I I don't know how to describe him, but he does like really good like in-depth videos and reviews and stuff like that. Like he goes properly in depth. But he did one on the whole Kojima versus Konami thing, right? And he talked to apparently a couple of his sources, right, which are inside Konami. But there's a lot of rumors going around at the moment that basically the CEO of Konami's went insane and started ripping apart the company. And he had like a personal vendetta against I want to say Vegeta. Kojima.
Damn it, Vegeta! Why do you make me do these things?
Damn it, Vegeta. But he had a personal vendetta against Kojima.
Right.
And apparently he's wanted him gone for years because he spends that much money and time on his projects.
Well, yeah, but they're such good projects.
They can't just like shit them out like other companies.
Well, that's good because they're
exactly.
They're good projects.
Basically, apparently, Kojima was Vegeta. Thanks, Matrix. But apparently, they fired Kojima, right? And they've basically stripped Kojima Productions of their name, renaming them Unit 8, and they've cut them off from a lot of like the stuff they had in the building.
Mm-hmm.
Like either accidentally or purposely, but apparently in their like section they've been without internet for 2 weeks, they've been without power, like a lot of door codes have changed so they can't get to work, stuff like that.
So essentially they're brute forcing them out of the company. That is ridiculously childish.
No, that's what they're doing because they realise they make that much money that they can't actually fire them. They have no cause to fire them, so they're trying to force them into leaving.
Oh my god, that is that sounds so idiotic.
Yeah, it is. I mean, of course, it's only rumours. There is because Konami refuses to say.
I would say this is all alleged information.
Yeah.
It's not confirmed in the slightest, but I will get you the video because it's an interesting thing to watch after the podcast if you're interested.
Yeah, it's like I said, they're all rumours, and it's just nobody knows what's going on because Konami are refusing to say anything because they're just like nope, fingers in ears, all this bits and pieces, and they're like, yeah, Kojima's not doing any more interviews. Their company's been, they've had restricted internet access for a while now, and it's really childish, it's really idiotic, and honestly, I just wish they'd say something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're hurting themselves by not saying anything.
Exactly, because they're letting the rumours propagate, they're letting people sort of freak out and think, oh shit, what have they done, and boycott the company, etc., etc. So it's not great for them, and it's not great for us, because we have no idea what's going on.
It's definitely not great for Kojima.
Exactly, he's kind of like in limbo almost as to where he stands in terms of the companies, and I just feel really bad. Honestly, I just kind of want Platinum to walk up and go, my son, and just take them in.
You are always welcome here, friend. Always.
Kojima will survive all of this, though.
Oh yeah, of course he will.
If everything is going to happen at some point or another this year, and ultimately falls out with the company, he's going to be just fine. It's almost like what happened with Keiji Inafune and Capcom, or whatever. I guess one of the topics you guys are going to have is Platonic, actually.
Yes, yeah, we'll come to them later. Yeah.
He's going to make his own thing. He'll probably kickstart his own game.
I was going to say Kickstarter Metal Gear Rising 2. Sign me the fuck up.
How much can I give to that? How much is possible, and what do I get for it? You're not giving me anything? Well, fuck you, take my money anyway.
I wasn't going to do anything with it.
What's that? You want my kidneys, both my lungs, and my body after I'm dead? Sure, Kojima, take it.
Take it all.
Take it all.
Nerve endings and all.
Nerve endings and all. Just take it. In fact, make me ride it. Go for it. No,
I want
as you say, Kojima's just going to bounce right up after this. He's not going to let it phase him. He's a strong individual man who don't need no game company.
The thing is, right, he'll either make his own thing, which is like, entirely possible, or like, some other company will pick him up.
Oh, some other company will have to snap him up if they don't.
I think Platinum will go for it.
Honestly, they would be making it. If Kojima's on the market, as it were, then a company would be
maybe Sony. Like, it would help them to, like, still have Kojima around to make, like, exclusive games for the system.
That would be quite good, actually, having him as a first party person. Yeah, that would be pretty nice. But we just don't know. That's the problem. We don't know, and it's starting to get a little frustrating because Konami are just like, oh god. Sorry,
I'm getting tired of all the he said, she said sort of bullshit. I just want to know.
I just want to know what love is, and I want them to show me.
I can leave if you want because you're pushing me out the door.
said Kojima to Konami. Yeah, it's unfortunate we don't have much news, and Konami just not giving, so we can't really say much more, unfortunately, which is a big shame, because I'd have loved to sort of say, yeah, Kojima's going to be fine, the wife and kids are okay, and Raiden's going to come back. But we just don't know.
Hurricane could buy Kojima right now.
Yeah, we'll get the finance
Hurricane Kojima.
it'll be the fucking cameo of the century. We'll get the finance department on it, see what we can do. But yes, that's all we can really say for it. So dropping on to the next topic, which is cleverly titled "Paid Mods Getting Steamy." I should leave right now.
We really should.
So yeah, this is. I mean, Val, do you want to go on this? Because you were the one that brought this up in the first place.
Paid mods are fucking stupid.
Okay, that's
down on me because I've heard of this brought up a few times throughout the week, and I'm not really a Steam junkie yet. But
soon.
So just explain to me paid mods. What are those?
Go on, Val.
Okay.
What do you think?
I'll take a stab at this since he's busy driving and we don't want another accident.
Oh, it's okay. I'm swerving all over the fucking place right now. Feel free.
Move out the way.
Honk the horn, bitches.
Basically, Steam has its own built-in mod support for some games. This one specifically, Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. And basically, the mod workshop page, users can upload their own mods, and basically all you just need to do is like tick a box and you'll have them automatically applied to your game. It was a really easy way of getting mods installed. Like, you know, if you didn't want to do it individually, you had to use Nexus before, which is still good, and you should totally use Nexus if you're modding Skyrim, because there's a lot of shit on there that's not on Steam Workshop, which is also really good. But Valve wanted to give, and this is good on paper, this is a really good idea on paper, but Valve wanted to have a way of users being able to, like, you know, make money for their content, because, you know, there are some pretty fucking really in-depth mods out there, some really great mods, and there is one, and I can never remember the name of this, and Riddick will probably, like, you know, yell at me for this later, because I've said this before, but there's this one mod which adds, like, over 100 hours of content, adds a completely new area, all fully voice-acted characters, new quest lines, new items, stuff like that. And it's all done by one person.
Huh.
And the reason he did it is because he wanted Bethesda to, like, you know, take notice of him and hire him. They didn't, unfortunately.
No, it's me, senpai!
They didn't, but Bungie hired him instead.
Oh, that's amazing!
Oh, okay.
Wow,
But,
okay, that's the twist we didn't expect.
Yeah, but basically what Valve wanted to do is they wanted to give away for content creators to make money for, like, you know, the mods, but they went about wrong way by dropping control match rate. So you got really stupid stuff like, you know, lost channels for some reason because people wanted that.
Well, so I apologise if my call quality is dropping a bit. My internet had a blip then. I do apologise. It should be back up now. So sorry about it. Continue.
Through a tunnel.
No, I wasn't. Actually, I'm still on the open road.
Yeah, there we go. You're back.
All right, lovely. Continue.
But basically, the entire idea was it's good in concept, but the way Valve have done it is like they force on everyone too quickly, and they haven't put enough in place to safeguard against people taking advantage of the system.
Yeah, so we have ended up with, like, I know it was only a joke, but there was like a lol joke new mod for Skyrim that someone was selling for like $20,000, and you know there's Val, do you want to explain? Do you want to mention the last one because you specifically have discussed with it?
Oh, I already mentioned it, but yeah, there was one particularly infamous mod on there which added realistic genitals to the horses for some reason, and they wanted $99 for it.
$99 for horse balls.
Yeah. So basically, Johnny, you're not missing much.
Okay.
Is what we're saying here.
I don't know. You kind of had me at horse testicles.
Continue, sips whiskey.
But
I'm listening.
Since then, they have removed paid mods from Steam, so it's back to normal.
Oh, that's
okay.
alright.
So I guess a lot of people weren't down for that idea.
No, it was a bit of a farce to say the least, because as you say, it was a pretty exploitable system, and it was just kind of like, okay, so here's a mod. I mean, it's a fair cop, you know, like, you know, people have worked hard on these mods, so, you know, if you want to charge $5 for the mod that you've put 200 hours in, go for it, I won't stop you.
They were going to implement a pay-what-you-want system like Humble Bundle.
Alright.
That was an idea, and I think that would have been much better if they just did that alright.
Yeah.
So, like, a tip jar thing, like, you know, tip the modders you really want to, because, you know, you won't make as much money that way, but you'll still make something for your time, because there are generous people out there like, you know what, I really enjoyed this, I'm going to throw some money the developers were. Yeah, or, like, you know, in the case of the stream, just like, you know what, I really enjoy these streams, I'm going to throw some money, like, you know, the streamers were.
Yeah, there is definitely a mark, well, I guess in technical terms, it is a market for that sort of thing, because there's actually an app that I use for the laptop. PS4 controllers are pretty much plug and play as they are, but some Steam games have a hard time reading them as a proper controller. So there's this app called the Input Mapper, and they run off donations. But every month I see that when I open that up, they always meet their donation goals because people appreciate that sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you were to establish a tip jar mentality with it, I'm pretty sure that could be pretty lucrative for people who make mods.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd also like to point out at this point in time that my steering wheel has stopped working, so I've just been... I'm now about to ram into a wall and block off an entire street. So, thanks, Eurotruck. Quickly plug steering wheel back in and get back on the road. Jesus Christ, man.
I laughed so hard that I accidentally spat out Nam Nam.
My work here is done. But like I say, it was once I get this going, it was a good idea on paper. Like, it was really nice because people are putting time into their mods, and they want people to, like, understandably be not remorsed. Jesus, we mourn the loss of this mod here. But we wanted it to be a really nice idea, but Steam just sort of, as usual, went, this is a fucking great idea. Let's implement it immediately. And no, that wasn't going to work.
I think we can all say, God damn it, Valve.
GDI, Valve, GDI.
There is one mod, though, like Michael said, that you should all download, and that is the Macho Man Randy Savage Dragon mod, which changes all the dragons in the game into Macho Man Randy Savage, and it is fucking amazing.
I mean, how is that not... How is that not, like, shipped with the game? Seriously.
Because Bethesda are killjoys.
That's just ridiculous. How is that...
Immersion.
My immersion's ruined. So yeah, they kind of screwed the pooch a bit, unfortunately.
The horse in this case.
With realistic testicles. So I mean, you were screwed by the horse, but
vaginas if you're into that.
But you were appreciative of the work that went into the textures whilst you were being screwed. So good on you, whoever made that mod. I'm proud of you. I bet your mother isn't now.
Now, on to the topic of not fucking up.
Yes, onto a fantastic success story. Speaking of success stories, guess whose brakes are working again? Yeah!
Can't wait to see how you fuck this one.
Okay, my steering wheel's back again. Perfect. Right. So those of you who aren't aware of this Kickstarter, and honestly you should be by now,
if you're not.
A few of the veterans from Rareware, I believe it's just from Rare, so the chaps who worked on Banjo and Kazooie,
the Rarevival.
Yes, they are bringing out a Rarevival called Ukulele, which took me... I didn't notice the name pun until Valk put it in the document, and I'm like, holy shit, how stupid am I right now?
Yes, really.
You're just like, okay, Banjo Kazooie, that's quite good, that's 2 instruments. What the fuck's a ukulele? Oh.
That's not a thing. You're lying.
That was literally the thought process. It was like, what?
Lie to me, Ra.
What the hell is a ukulele? Oh, it's a small guitar. For those of you who don't know, it's a small guitar-like thing. So that's my brake. That's my accelerator. There we go. And yeah, they have set up a Kickstarter under the guise of Platonic Games, as Johnny mentioned earlier. So they're bringing back the Buddy Duo platformer, and as of, I believe, some point this morning, they broke $1 million. And then at some point this afternoon, they broke £1 million, which is about 1.5 million.
Actually, they broke £1 million around 2 p.m. Today, because I actually saw it go. I was looking at it when it went to 1 million.
Oh, there we go. We've got exact numbers here, so about 2 p.m. Can one of you just sort of quickly check what they're on now, just for sort of numbers' sake?
I'll go and bring it.
Just go and have a check whilst here. But
Ukulele.
Ukulele.
I got the page right here.
There you go. Yeah.
They are currently at 1,111,015 pounds.
There you are. Look at that.
With 45 days to go. I hope they make it.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think. What was just quickly, Johnny? What was their goal?
175,000 pounds.
There you go. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen.
It is amazing. Absolutely amazing.
I think they're going to really struggle to get this Kickstarter done, yeah.
I mean, I don't think they're going to get it off the ground, honestly. It's just going to be so difficult for them to actually get, the sources for the money and to get the word around. I just think they're going to have such a troubling time.
I mean, remember, no one wanted a new Banjo-Kazooie, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But now, as soon as you put fucking Yuka and Laylee on the page, then hello!
Who doesn't want to play as a chameleon and a bat?
Exactly! They're such a good-looking combo! And it's just like, they're so adorable! And the little videos and the screenshots they put up already are really good. Like, it looks so promising. I mean, I know it's very early days. Like, the expected delivery on the game is October 2016, so it's going to be a good year and a half in production.
A little update as well.
Oh?
There are 2 new stretch goals.
Oh, yes, of course there are. Yes, they were announced earlier. Yeah.
At 1,100,000. Sorry, I think I read that wrong. At £1 million. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've got the going old school. I'm losing my train of thought here. Stretch goal.
Basically, the next stretch goal is that they will add an N64 style filter to the game, as well as what was the stretch goal?
The GK wrap was video.
That was it. They
Grant Kirkhope.
Yeah, they kind of sprang the GK wrap on Grant Kirkhope, and he's now going to do it apparently if they get the right amount of money. So.
And at £1,200,000, we have a Let's Play by Playtonic, which is going to be a developer walkthrough and commentary video.
Which I'm actually quite excited for, because I love me some DevCom. I love me some DevCom!
Yeah, this game looks like it's going to be fucking correct.
Oh, yeah.
Or sounds like it, at least.
I'm going to get stringed by the neck for this one. But not to say that I'm not looking forward to Yooka-Laylee. I have supported the game myself because I love to see them do this. Because it's not just a matter of getting this game out there. It's the message that you send when games like this exceed their goals and then some.
Yeah.
You know, people see the revival of this. There are other developers who will say, there is money in this thing. Maybe we were too quick to say that people don't want platformers anymore. No, it's still very popular. But as I say that, I have still, to this day, yet to play Banjo-Kazooie.
I have, don't worry.
Banjo-Tooie.
None of us here have played Banjo-Kazooie. You're in good company here.
I hear so many good things about Tooie in general, but those games, as the years went by, didn't get any cheaper. They got more expensive because they really fetch a high price for the original N64 cards anyway. I know they've been re-released on the Xbox Live Arcade. People have been shoving that down my throat for years.
God damn it, Giles! They're re-released, you bastard!
I like to be authentic with my stuff. I like to own the original cartridges, and I do at this point, so I really have no excuse. But I will give it a shot later down the road. But I'm happy to see Yooka-Laylee excel as it did.
Oh yeah.
What's that? We haven't played Banjo-Kazooie? Oh, wait a minute. I can hear a mob in the distance.
I can hear the pitchforks being
If I gotta say the pigeon forks, I'm just like, oh, no.
They're pitching forks at us!
They are literally now lobbing pitchforks through the windows!
How did they even find my house is what I want to know.
Oh god damn it, my truck is like severely damaged and I just missed a service station. Bollocks. Ugh. The things you have to look out for in this game, god damn. But I wasn't keen on like the idea of Banjo-Kazooie anyway. I mean, I like collectathon platformers and I like the charm of it, but it just wasn't my kind of game. Like, I've seen people play it and I'm just like, I don't think I'd like this. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love like Ratchet & Clank and Jak and Daxter, like those types of, I guess they're called like platformers, that kind of 3D action game. Just Banjo-Kazooie just never really stood out to me, but then I was like, I don't know if I want to back this or not. But I looked it up and kind of watched the videos and kind of looked at the hype and just went, no, this is a really good idea.
No, this is a good idea. I want this to succeed. Obviously, it's going to anyway.
Oh, Christ, yeah, but it's just how well it will succeed at this point now.
I mean, you could go the way of Mighty Number 9.
Oh man, we could talk about Mighty Number 9. Actually, yeah, whilst we're on the topic of Kickstarters and video games, let's just have a quick moment of Mighty Number 9.
Oh, I can make that joke now because it goes to 9 topics, sorry.
Oh Christ.
The Mighty Number 9.
Change that title right now.
Change it, do it on the fly, doc editing, folks.
Okay, there's going to be some really, really bad bullet points here, but
we'll even though it's going to be at the end, don't worry about adding it in. We'll just go for it now because we're on the topic of Kickstarted games anyway. So we'll go for it now.
Your 9 lives are up. Is going to be it.
So Valk, what is your problem with Mighty Number 9?
Well, I don't really follow it, and I've never professed to follow it, but I know that from the concept alone, it sounds really cool. Like, a new Mega Man game for people who want it, or Mega Man-esque game, right?
Mm-hmm.
But my problem with this, and my problem with a lot of games lately, is that it looked nothing like it did in concept.
No.
Or like, during the early stuff, it looked totally different in the end. it looked worse, as a matter of fact.
I mean, myself and Mike did, when the alpha came out, or the beta, or whichever bloody stage they released it at, we did a video on it, and we were like, yeah, this is actually really good. The gameplay's really nice, it looks really good, the music's pretty good. And then as time's gone on, it's just kind of been a case of actually, no, this isn't good anymore. This is now stopped being good.
I think the problem with that really bit them in the ass with this one, because I will let me make my stance and say that I'm still looking forward to my number 9. I did back that project last year.
I did. I got the bloody big physical box as well. So,
but we're talking just graphical output. When they first showed us that concept art, we knew for a fact that it was going to be a 2D game at that point already.
Oh Christ, yeah.
But when you show us a conceptual artwork, which is by nature 2D. We see that and we think, wow, we're going to see that, but moving, animating with that amount of detail is like, no. It's actually going to be 2.5D from what I remember. And there's a lot of details axed here and there. I can totally see why people would be miffed about that.
Well, the thing is as well is that they sort of, when they did the whole thing, they kind of hyped it up isn't really the right word. Well, no, they did. That's the complete correct word. Is that I was looking for.
Yeah, I was about to say, there's no word for it.
No, they did. But it was kind of a bit overhyped because it hasn't turned out anything like how we expected it would. And I don't think it's turned out how they expected it would either, because as time's gone on, it's just sort of been a train wreck of updates. I mean, just to mention briefly, the English voice acting for the game, thankfully, they've now said, okay, well, it's going to get released with the original Japanese voice actors that we were going to have. Even though there was a massive Kickstarter poll for it, which is now completely gone out the window since they've paired up with Deep Silver, but sure.
I mean, it's not like, there have been any other games that, got announced, a while ago and came out last year, not looking like they did, during all the concept stuff. I mean, it's not like there were games like, Watch Dogs and Destiny that looked completely different when they came out and were fucking worse. I mean,
Valk has a personal vendetta against Destiny. We don't bring it up that often. But it was.
I'm all right.
The thing is, like SGM says in the chat, I barely remember that it exists until I get an update from Kickstarter in my email address, because it's just like, oh well, this was a thing. All right, okay, it looks worse.
Was. Past tense.
And it's just, I mean, just to bring up the voice acting again, it's so, I mean, this is probably down to the direction more than the actual voice actors, because they've got Matt Mercer just as an example. They've got some really good cast members in there. But the way they were showing off the cast was obviously with a few lines and stuff, bits of dialogue, but it was so flat and so badly said sometimes that the delivery of it was so off, and it was just really weird to hear outside of context. And the UI's changed so much, and the whole idea of it has changed so much that I'm not looking forward to the game anymore. Honestly, it doesn't feel like it's got the same appeal that it did before.
It really does make you worry about what the game is going to be at the end of the day. Because I agree that after the fact, when all the money's been given and all the money's been taken in, the marketing and just how they've been publishing it for teasers and updates has been pretty poor. And I agree, because it took a few updates a while ago to remember, like, oh yeah, that's right, it still hasn't come out yet. Oh no, actually the first thing I did was, did it already come out? And I have a Steam code somewhere in my email that I don't know about. But no, it's like, they're still doing this and that. And this is just fueling the fire for people that are against Kickstarter. And, because this is the sort of thing that you risk happening, and it's really your responsibility to make sure that it does not happen. And I want to have faith, I want to give them the benefit of the doubt that they really are making a decent game. They're just having a really crappy time telling people about it. You guys are not way forward. You guys are not Platonic from what we've seen. Now, Platonic has done more with Yooka-Laylee than they have with Mighty Number 9. I'm doubtful, but I like to remain optimistic.
You kind of have to be, really, because they could turn around at the last minute and say, actually, we didn't like any of the direction we went in with the betas. We completely swapped the graphics. It's now the it's now the 2D sort of esque platform we had originally. We've changed the UI, we've changed the voices, we've done all those bits and pieces just in time for the release in September.
I mean, there is still time to fix it, but at the same time, it's like, I look at games nowadays and, oh my god, a couple of years ago, every time they used to show off stuff for games like E3 and that, and you know it because you've done the E3 stuff with me, I used to get really fucking excited about some of the games. I'd say, oh my god, this could be great, I can't wait to play this. And then you get stuff like Watch Dogs. Destiny. And I can't even get angry about that now because it just makes me sad because I like... No. It's because I want to get excited for games, but it's like... And I have a friend who keeps telling me this, like, at college, and I'm just like, would you let me get excited about a game for once, Harry? And he's like, no, because it's going to be terrible. And I'm just like, I know that, but I want to delude myself just a little bit. Let me live in my fantasy world.
Why did you have to make it reality, you bastard?
Let me go back to a world where Watch Dogs looks like it did at E3 and Destiny's not a pile of wank.
But yeah, just as people mentioned in the chat, take a look at some of the great things that have come out of Kickstarter. A Hat in Time is fantastic. Elite Dangerous, from what I've seen, is fantastic. What's the other? Shantae is looking superb as well.
I really want to look Elite Dangerous. After seeing Riddick play on stream, I fucking want
she made it look really good with the fucking voice commands and everything. It was great. But Kickstarter is a fantastic platform for games if you have the right team and the right ways of going about it. Unfortunately, Concept didn't have the right team and the right way of going about it. Which is such a big shame.
It makes me worry a little bit for, Ukulele, but I honestly think that game's going to be alright.
I think we'll be safe, yeah. It's in good hands. Well, I mean, to be fair, we said that about Mighty Number 9, but...
Hope it's not a pattern.
Just go in with a little bit of skepticism, but a little bit of optimism as well. But don't put too much of either into it, because either way, you'll ruin it for yourself.
Either way, you're done fucked.
Oh,
well. But hey-ho, this is the curse of Kickstarter. It'll either be superb or utter wank. There is no in-between with Kickstarter, unfortunately, but what are you going to do? This is the world we live in.
And maybe one day I'll be able to play games like Elite Dangerous once I have a better PC. Speaking of PCs...
Ooh. Oh, well played. Well played. Look at that. That is a segue to rival the type of transportation.
Our next section, and I was on the topic of E3 there as well, so double segue. E3 this year, 2015, I think this is the right year, I'm not sure. I keep going back and forth, so the years get mixed up.
It's your kids, Valk! We can't go back for your kids!
Implying. But, there's going to be a PC gaming press conference at E3. And the reason this is on the list is because it's the first time it's happened in all of E3's assorted history.
Yeah, pretty much. It suddenly came, didn't it, pop up out of nowhere sometime?
Yeah, I don't remember who, broke the start. It'll probably be in PC Gamer because, well, go figure. But, yeah, this is the first time that PC Games had its own press conference at E3 because if anyone follows E3, that predominantly it's dominated by, the console owners, especially Sony and Microsoft, and then you've got the two big publishers, EA and Ubisoft.
What I want to know is that Microsoft, in particular, among others, already makes things for PCs. What exactly would a PC-centered conference entail that we couldn't already find out by Sony or Microsoft, Ubisoft, Nintendo, anything like that? Well, not Nintendo, but...
Oh my god, Nintendo suddenly bringing Mario to Steam. Shit.
The thing is, with Microsoft as well, is there's two separate divisions. You've got the Xbox division, and then you've got the Windows division. Xbox obviously works on Xbox, and, Windows obviously works on Windows.
Shitting hell, folk. Expert company analysis from Valkyrian here.
The thing is, with the Windows section of Microsoft, is they don't really seem to get PC gaming anymore. The thing with PCs now is that the majority of the PC market is taken up by, work PCs and PCs for, office stuff, streaming, videos, entertainment, but you've got, a really big PC gaming market, but compared to what PCs are used for predominantly around the world, it's quite small in comparison. Obviously, Microsoft will go to the majority. Yeah. So that's why they don't really focus on PC gaming stuff at stuff like E3. They leave the gaming stuff to the Xbox division because it's proved to be more profitable on their end. But I don't know who's heading the PC thing at E3 this year. It might be PC Gamer, it might be someone else. I don't think it will be PC Gamer though, because they're just a magazine and news site. But
we'll see.
Either way, I'm interested to see what they're doing. But I know for a fact that if it's going to be PC gaming oriented, we're probably going to see an appearance of Gabe Newell.
Probably.
Or someone from Valve. But you know what? There'll still be no Half-Life 3. Stuff small evidence into
Maybe that's the point of this conference entirety.
It's just
one big announcement for Half-Life 3.
Shitting out. Gabe Newell just comes out like from under the stage. He just rises up on a platform, smoke, lights, a choir busts out in the background, and then just a big 3 appears on the screen with Gordon Freeman's face.
He unbuttons his shirt and it just reveals his chest, and there's a tattooed 3 on his chest. And that's it. That's all he has to do. Then he just gets away in his jetpack.
Like the chairs are flown out, everyone's standing up, standing ovation as he gets lowered back under the stage.
Crying.
Crying, yeah.
Some women's underwear thrown at him.
The press conference, the press team at the very front all collectively collapse in orgasmic bliss. It's just that kind of thing. But it's going to be weird. I mean...
Don Matrick runs out crying.
Good old Don. It's going to be really weird to have like a PC-orientated conference, because I mean, now that Nintendo have kind of, well, not dropped out of E3, but they're doing the directs instead of the conference. So it's kind of like, oh well, we've got a gap to fill. I know.
Not to mention the Bethesda conference this year as well. So
yes, of course, yeah.
Oh god.
Oh god.
PC, there might be something there, which means I have a higher chance of getting my Elder Scrolls 6.
Yay!
Want it. Fucking want it.
Bethesda and Valve have teamed up for the greatest of crossovers, Half Skyrim 3.
No! You stop that right now.
The Elder Scrolls, the Gordon Freeman Chronicles.
I just heard a record scratch somewhere in there.
But just to go back quickly to Yooka-Laylee, they've actually already broken through the stretch goal for the GK rap. Just been broken. So, yeah, great job on that one, guys. Also, I'm driving piss poor. Am I driving on the wrong side of the road? I think I'm... No, I'm not. I'm okay.
But I am actually quite interested to see where they're going to go with PC-oriented, a conference for E3, because it's a new thing, and I've even said as well that if we do E3 this year, which we probably will do, I would like to do the Bethesda conference specifically, because, I really do have a soft spot for Bethesda games, like a lot of people do, despite them being glitchy fucking messes. I think that that E3 this year is going to be a little bit more interesting with the 2 new conferences replacing, Nintendo, since they seem to have dropped out and be doing their own thing, which works well for them, but obviously other companies won't get away with it.
Yeah, like they've said, they prefer the directs anyway, so... But we can only wait and see, I guess.
Either way, I'm going to be watching it because it's part of E3 and that's what I do.
Yeah, exactly. You just watch E3 as a whole. You don't watch it for bits. You watch E3 for the whole experience, I guess is the word that we'd go for, but I'm not sure if we want to stick with that word, because no doubt they'll be crying. They'll be crying, they'll be screaming.
If Morgan's around, there'll be more orgasms.
We do not need to. We need to calm that woman down.
Yeah. It was the Sony conference, to be fair.
Oh, yeah, and to be fair, we had just seen Final Fantasy 15, 15 and Kingdom Hearts 3 was kind of teased as well, so we were in a state of pure bliss. Can you blame us?
I do keep going back to the E3 conference, but I keep mentioning every time, I talk about it, they fucking murdered it that year.
Oh, Christ. Square Enix came out, Little Mac was in the back, charging up that KO punch, and then Final Fantasy 15, bang, off the stage. It was beautiful.
Just fucking run in there, just fucking suplex Microsoft, do a backflip onto the stage, where the entire back of the stage bursts into flames, just the fireworks fly up, and you've just got CEO of Sony just going, we have given you this new console, here is your Final Fantasy 15, your Kingdom Hearts 3, and everything you could possibly want. Suck it, Don Matrick.
Here is my penis, take it into your mouth. It's just like, okay, I'll do it, because you've given me what I want.
So. My knee's kind of bad, though.
Yeah, it's like, you'll have to give me a minute to get down here. Oh, man. But something that Valk's got particular attention to here, just to pop on to the next topic here, that Arkham Knight, the new Batman Arkham game in the series, I think that's the one with the tank.
It's the one with the Batmobile, actually, you fucking scrub.
Yeah, but it turns into a tank, doesn't it?
It is a tank.
It's a bat tank.
Everyone's like, oh, it's a Batmobile because it's a cat. It's like, no, it's a fucking tank at this point. If you've seen Batman, he is a one-man army.
Yeah, he's a one-man army with a tank.
I mean, if you look at all the years Batman has been a thing, right, and just follow up, as time goes on, he goes from being a silly detective running around in a batsuit to being a fucking armored mercenary who can take on armies himself. It's ridiculous how much of, like, you know, I want to say character development, but a shift in, like, you know, a character and tone.
Yeah, it's not even development. It's not even development anymore.
I like to look at it as a reflection of Gotham City itself. Like, this is how bad it's gotten. Batman needs to resort to these measures just to take care of the city.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, this is what it's come to. Boom!
The point I was getting on about this as well is not so much Arkham Knight itself, but the ridiculousness of stuff like season passes.
Oh, yeah.
That's the point of it, because while I am really looking forward to Batman Arkham Knight, especially the new trailers, because they've just shown off like this tag team system with, like, you know, a Batman and his various apprentices, like, you know, a Nightwing, Robin.
Gee Willikers, Robin.
Mm-hmm. Yes, bald Robin for some reason, but, you know.
Oh, yeah! You know what? I would honestly love it. I think the only thing that would save the Batman Arkham series at this point in time would be Adam West. Like, let's just fucking straight go for it.
No, hold on. The Batman Arkham series doesn't really need saving because it's really popular and I really enjoy the game, but the point is the series has lost the moral high ground with me a long time coming because if you know the Arkham series, they are really, really fucking bad for pre-order content.
Oh god, yeah.
Like, I don't know if you followed stuff, but when Arkham City came out, there were at least 5 different exclusive pre-order DLC costume packs. There was one for Target, Best Buy, Walmart, GameStop, wherever else in the States, and you've got all the stuff in the UK as well, like, you know, fucking Asda, Tesco's, whatever.
Those exclusivity deals that drive you nuts.
Yeah.
Oh Christ, yeah. I think exclusivity deals as a general topic is like just something that should be not a thing anymore.
Mm-hmm. I love the Arkham series, but they are really bad for DLC, as proven by the Season Pass. Right, it says here that the Season Pass is scheduled to release content over the course of 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
But the Season Pass itself is a full $40. That is the price of some games. You are paying $40 up front for an arbitrary amount of DLC, which you don't know how much you're getting, you don't know the quality of it, you don't know what it's going to involve, and they expect you to pay $40 up front.
For $40, that better double the total amount of gameplay.
Oh god,
that's nearly another game. You're almost buying the game twice. Should you decide to get the season pass, then there.
It's going to be costume packs. I know for a fact it is because it's just the Arkham series in a nutshell. It's going to be you'll probably get a few more missions, some extra Riddler trophies to, like, you know, hunt down because, you know, side collectibles. It'll be costume packs. There'll probably be some skins in there for the Batmobile, some skins for the other characters, stuff like that. But it's not going to be worth the $40. There might be a lot of it, but it still won't be worth it.
No.
It's primarily going to be skin packs and, like, you know, challenge missions, which are only good up until a point.
Well, the thing about it as well is that they say, oh yeah, it's over a 6-month period, but they can't guarantee that. They can't guarantee that you will get all that DLC within the 6 months, and then you'll be like, well, what the fuck did I pay this money for?
Oh, look at Darksiders 2 when it came out. I don't know if you follow... I know it's a completely different topic, but Darksiders 2 had a season pass, right? But guess which company published Darksiders 2?
EA, Activision, Ubisoft.
No, THQ.
Oh, Jesus! Right.
Yeah, so, guess what was still getting DLC out by the time THQ went out? Darksiders 2.
Darksiders, wow.
I really like Darksiders as well.
Jesus, man. I just think, as I say, as a general practice as a whole, season passes are kind of shitty.
It really depends on the game that's being offered to me. Like, if it's a game that I really, really like, then I'll do what I can to support it, even though I know the practice of season passes is really a point of contention for a lot of people because you're paying for something that's not necessarily out yet. Then again, people kickstart stuff, so I look at it that way.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So it's not too much of a big deal for me. $40 though up front. I think that's what it is. It's $40.
Yeah.
You know, most season passes that I paid for
are going to be $20.
$20. And I did that for Hyrule Warriors, and I did that for actually Arkham Origins when it came out. That was $20, I believe. But $40. Now I know it's Rocksteady. They're gonna make an awesome game. But
the game's gonna be good.
Yeah, I think the game is gonna be awesome enough so I don't have to buy the $40 season pass right then.
Yeah.
I'll wait a bit.
I mean, the thing is about as well, you mentioned the Hyrule Warriors pack. That's not even a season pass. It was just like, okay, here's all the DLC you'll be able to get. Do you want to buy it as a bundle, like pre-hand?
Yep.
Because most season passes I've found, they kind of like go, oh yeah, there's going to be some DLC, but we're not sure what it is yet. Whereas with the Hyrule Warriors pack, the Hyrule Warriors pack did it really nice because it was like, okay, you can buy all these packs separate when they come out. Alternatively, here's what you're going to get when they come out. Do you want them as they come without having to worry about it?
The Nintendo, the way they do DLC is really fucking good in my opinion. I don't own a Wii U, sadly, and I really want to get one because there are some really good games on there. But the way they do DLC is really fucking good, actually, because they give people what they want, like, you know, they give it to them in packs, and they charge a reasonable fucking price for what you get.
Oh yeah, like
Yes.
I mean, just in terms of reasonable prices, I mean, we might as well expand this out to most types of DLC. Now we're on the topic, but another good thing that DLC-wise is for Theatre Rhythm, Final Fantasy Theatre Rhythm, specifically Curtain Call, most new tracks on there are like £1. They're like 99p. And it's just like, okay, for £1, I will happily buy, you know, I might only play the track once or twice because I might not like, you know, the...
Is that per track or per pack of tracks?
That's per... They don't do packs, they do individual tracks, so you don't even have to buy a pack and, like, never have a game you'll get, you know, a song you won't want to play. But... yeah, I might only play the track once or twice because I don't like how the notes are laid out or I'm just not that good at it. But I am happy because I paid £1 and I've basically... That's basically buying a song. That is essentially the equivalent of buying a track on iTunes. So that is perfectly fine. And like some of the 3DS themes are only like £1.50. So it's just like, okay, I've got a couple of quid left over in my wallet. I'll take one of those. So they know DLC. If Nintendo does anything like specifically really right, it is DLC. And I can happily say that I'm happy with the way they're doing things.
And, you know, quality control on the games, because, you know, they don't fucking need day one patches to fix half the bugs in their games because they work when they come out.
Oh, it usually needs just a firmware upgrade to deal with it for a bit. But oh, this is tight. Oh, that's that truck in the back being hit. Oh well, never mind.
Yeah, $40 for apparently 6 months of content, which they can't promise, and we have no idea what it's going to be. Even though it's most likely just going to be skin packs. It's no. I love the Arkham series, but that's just not right.
Yeah, exactly. I'd imagine so. Like, for 6 months of content. First 5 months or nothing, they'll release everything on month 6.
Oh Jesus Christ, yeah. But yeah, no, as Kim was pointing out in the chat, a lot of the DLC for Theatre and Curtain Call has been free as well. They like most of the retro tracks, like they did stuff from Dragon Quest. They've done a couple of I can't remember if the World Ends With You tracks were free, but they've done a lot of free stuff like the original FF battle theme and stuff like that. They brought out for free. So good guy Nintendo. So it's DLC is a dodgy thing to sort of discuss anyway, and I'm taking
it's become a really bad word as well. Because,
it has, yeah.
If you watch, and I'm going to plug this for a second here, even though it doesn't fucking need plugging, it's because it's co-optional. But if you ever watch co-optional, they say a lot that DLC has become a dirty word, and it really has because of companies like Ubisoft and EA. But again, I think what people need to do with DLC is they need to look at it by a game basis.
Oh yeah, you cannot blanket DLC.
Because, and I'm gonna bring this up as well, but you know that parody song of Aladdin, where it's like the DLC song.
Yeah, I did see that.
It's actually pretty fucking spot on.
Yeah.
Like, you know, especially the end, just like DLC. Sometimes it's free and not all broken. Because there is some good DLC out there. There's a lot of shit DLC.
Oh god, yeah, there's tons of shit DLC. But
then you have really good DLC, like, you know, and I'd rarely do this, but a bit of praise over to BioWare in the year. They do pretty good DLC packs on some of the Mass Effect games and some of the Dragon Age games.
on half of their franchises, on half of the series.
I mean, we're not going to talk about Dragon Age 2, quickly frisbees his copy out the window. But, again, DLC on a game-by-game basis is a good way of looking at it, because DLC is great once it adds more stuff to the game, but it's when... you know, you get into the stuff being cut from the game
in lieu of DLC.
Yeah,
it's when it's when you cut things from a game to make money off it later. That's kind of really shitty.
Turns his eyes to look at Destiny.
When you're looking at DLC, before you're even buying it, you do some research on it, and there's a phrase that my friend Matt introduced me to, and I can't help but keep repeating it over and over again when it comes to DLC. You have to ask yourself when you're looking at this DLC, are you getting more of the pie or the rest of it?
Aha! I like that. Yeah.
So
that's really good, actually.
Yeah. So that's the thing. That's a mentality that you have to keep in mind when you're thinking of purchasing DLC. I think Nintendo is more of they give you more of the pie. I don't want any more, but thank you.
Yeah, I'm done for God.
Just like, eat more. You're a growing boy. You need to have more.
You're a growing gamer. We need to feed you more.
Yeah. But there is a lot of cases where they're simply giving you the rest of the pie, and that pisses people off.
Well, I mean, understandably, because it's just like, this is not what we want. This is not what we need. We need more. We don't want like the leftovers from the cutting room floor. We want like good stuff that we're actually going to care about. You pack of bastards. Anyway, that's that short rant on DLC over for now.
DLC, sometimes it's free and not all expensive. I'm gonna stop.
Ah, beautiful. But meanwhile, whilst I'm attempting to park a fucking trailer,
yeah. So,
Val, do you want to bring up the next point because you're really excited about this one?
Yeah. Okay. You're probably gonna raise your eyebrow when I mention this, but it's more so a jumping off point, so I can talk about this game because I'm a fucking sleazebag like that. But
run with it.
Just Cause 3 box art revealed. Now, box art in itself is not a news topic, but Just Cause 3 has been a game out for a while, and basically, if anyone here has played Just Cause 2, you know why I want to talk about this game.
Oh yeah.
Because Just Cause is fucking insane. I love it.
It is like batshit insanity levels of insane, and we're not even joking.
It's a game series which does not take itself seriously at all, and knows what gamers want to do in an open world. They throw you into an open world sandbox. They give you a couple of guns, some explosives, and a grappling hook.
Yep.
And a grappling hook with unbreakable line. And now this lets you do stuff like grapple onto moving past cars. You can surf on those cars. You can grapple onto planes, like, you know, surf on them, hijack them mid-air. Then you've got the stupid stuff like being able to grapple onto buildings so you can climb up the side of them, like fucking Spider-Man style. Then you've got the even stupider stuff where you grapple onto stuff like fuel canisters, where if you shoot them, you'll go flying into the air. Like, it will launch upwards with you riding on the fuel canister until it explodes and send you flying off mid-air.
Oh yeah, it is just superbly stupid, and it's stupid in the best kind of way, though. So...
Oh. God damn it, Riddick.
Oh dear, she posted gifts in.
Grappling hook.
That if you ever wanted a single phrase to sum up the Just Cause 2, grappling hook is
the
it.
Just Cause 2. Okay.
The Just Cause 2.
But the reason I want to talk about this series is because we were on the topic of games not being so good at launch and, like, you know, having concept cut from it. But if you've played Just Cause 2, like I have, you'll know that it's a pretty fucking packed game. Like, there's tons of shit to do. Like, you can just sit there dicking for hours and not get into the main story, not get into all the side stuff, not mention all the Easter eggs as well, because you realise you'll sit there playing Just Cause, then you look at 12 hours have passed, what have you done? You've grappled cars to each other, you've grappled a car to like a 747, then you flew that 747 into the ocean.
Yep.
And that's been 12 hours gone because just simply dicking around.
Just like, oh, I appear to have spent all of my time ever on this thing. Oh, that car's getting crashed into. Never mind.
But yeah, the Just Cause series is published by a company I'm not so fond of. Square Enix, I'm pretty sure owns Avalanche.
They do, yeah.
Oh, it's Square Enix Eidos or something like that.
Yeah, what is some merger that then eons ago, yeah.
But generally, Just Cause is a pretty good series, and they're not so good with DLC, but they are pretty good with mod support. Well, not mod support, but, like, you know, they've been open to letting their game being modded, unlike some other games. Looking at you, GTA 5, but that's another topic.
I thought you were going to say Destiny again. I'm not going to lie.
You can't mod a game that's not on PC.
Oh, this is true. This is very true.
Well, that's a lie, actually, but, you know, no one wants to put the effort into modding Destiny because it's just not worth it.
It's not worth the time! Oh man, have you touched anything to do with Just Cause, Johnny? Are you familiar with the series?
I've only heard of the name. Right. I'm actually looking at the box art for Just Cause 3, and that, honestly, that's kind of enough to make me pick it up, because I kind of like the idea of it just, does he have a parachute? I can't tell if does he have a parachute? Okay, I thought he was just flinging himself off of a remote island because there's an explosion there, and you got to make a getaway, without so much thinking of how you're going to land safely on the floor.
That's Just Cause 2.
You've just described Just Cause 2 in a nutshell.
Yep.
Just Cause 2 has been out for like a couple of years now, so no matter what you buy it on 360, PS3, PC, or whatever, you'll be able to get the game really cheap, and it is worth every penny because the game's just fucking batshit balls to the wall insane.
Yep. It's so good.
What were the first 2 games released for?
Well, Just Cause 2 is on pretty much everything, I think.
Okay.
I'm not so sure on Just Cause 1 because it was like... It was released at an awkward time, like, when you were transitioning from the PS2 generation to the PS3 generation. The PlayStation version was on PS2, but then you got it on Xbox 360 as well. It was one of those type of games, which is sort of weird.
Yeah, it was just kind of thrown on every console under the sun, but...
But Just Cause 2 is it's really cheap now. Like, it goes on sale on Steam regularly.
Oh, yeah.
But,
okay.
If you can... You will want the PC version because there is a pretty fucking huge mod for Just Cause 2. I forgot the name for a second though.
What's the game we've been talking about for the past 2 minutes?
I wonder what. Which is a multiplayer mod made by the fans of the game, and basically it just gets even more insane.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because whereas in the single player game, you are one man thrown into a world with infinite parachutes, an unbreakable grappling hook, and a bunch of explosives and guns. And you're basically sent to this island to destabilize, like, the corrupt government there by causing as much chaos as possible. Now imagine that with 50 other people on the server.
Oh, Jesus.
All with the same people.
Yeah, it is great. It is a super... It's honestly, if you just want a game that you can just sort of lay back and just dick about in, Just Cause 2 is the greatest one, especially with the multiplayer mod. Cause...
It's the Michael Bay of video games.
Yes, that is the precise way you can recommend it. Is like, what's that? You like explosions? Just Cause 2. You like grappling shit to other shit? Just Cause 2. You like Michael Bay films? Just Cause 2.
And believe it or not, unlike a Michael Bay movie, the story of Just Cause 2 is not that bad. But you don't go there for the story. You go there for the insanity.
Yeah, you don't go for the gripping thrills.
And to bring back a British gif, grappling hook.
Grappling hooks.
Grappling hook.
Good old Just Cause. But yes,
well,
I am very excited for Just Cause 3. And yeah, like I say, if you just want something you can dick about in, and just you don't even have to pay attention to the quests. You can just grab a plane, find a hot air balloon with it, and then just go flying.
Oh yeah, the fucking flying strip club as well is hilarious.
Oh yeah, there's like a mile-high strip club. Yeah, It's just everything you ever wanted in a game and more, quite frankly. Yeah, it's going to be great from just the box art alone, I feel. Kickstart it. Let's get it going. But
it doesn't need Kickstarter.
It does now. I want rewards. The next one on the list is that there has been a gameplay trailer for the new Mad Max game. It's come out.
We have to steal a joke I made a couple of days ago that no one will know about because it was a private chat between me and some friends. We have named this particular section Inconvenience Max because I don't think he's that mad really. He's just a little miffed off.
Slightly upset Max.
Slightly upset Max. Disgruntled Max. Inconvenienced Max.
Disgruntled Max. There we go. Also, speaking of, just before I get into this, have you guys seen the Mad Max film that's apparently coming out?
I have no idea what they're doing with the actual movie, though.
I don't.
But, in fact, I'm going to look this up right now.
I can't really tell what they're doing with it.
I only have scattered memories of the original with Mel Gibson.
It's
Go on. There's only one other character that I know from there, and it's actually I don't know if he was ever given a name, but I think it was Lord Humongous in the original. Dude, you have to see it. Like, this guy is jacked up like you wouldn't believe, but he wears this mask, like it looks like a hockey mask, and his voice that he portrays in there, it's like so out of place. Almost, it's like the Bane of the 1980s before The Dark Knight Rises went and took that mantle.
So it's basically if Bane and Senator Armstrong had children.
Fun fact, just quickly, actually. Fun fact. The person playing Mad Max in the new movie is Tom Hardy. Bane.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like it was meant to be.
Also, Nicholas Hoult is in it, who some of you British folk may know from Skins. and that other film where he was a zombie. I think it was like Dead in Love or something like that. I don't bloody know. It was some ridiculous rom-com nonsense. But yeah, sorry, go on.
I don't think the game and the movie are related. They're just releasing alongside each other. But,
the game of the movie of the sequel of the reboot.
But yeah, the thing is, right, I wasn't very interested in this game at first, but I saw the gameplay trailer, and it actually looks pretty good. And fun fact, it's made by Avalanche, the studio that make Just Cause.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
There you go. Oh shit!
It's going to be insane because it's basically just throwing you into an open world apocalyptic desert, like, you know, a lot like Rage did, but hopefully not, you know, hopefully not Rage.
I was going to say hopefully not Rage, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, Jesus, I forgot.
But you've got stuff in there like, you know, you've got your standard stuff like, you know, skill customization. You've got Mad Max's car, which is fully customizable as well. You
nice.
can you choose your own weapon, like, you know, loadout. You know, you choose how you want to approach missions. You know, you can do stuff like. What am I thinking of? Like I said, you approach a mission your own way, so like, you know, you can be diplomatic, you can just blow people's heads off, whatever you want to do. Like standard video game stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But from the trailer, no, just try and get it up here so, you know, some people actually can see what we're talking about.
Here's a visual reference for what we're discussing right now. Feel free.
Come on, welcome me here, website. Thank you.
Please enjoy.
But, I'll just post this in the stream chat. That is a Mad Max gameplay thing, and honestly, I'm actually pleasantly surprised by how interesting this looks. I think this might be something I give a go to.
Well, the only thing we have to compare, I guess, is one. I think there might have been one game already for it. I think that was Atari 2600 game. So I'm pretty sure that might blow that one out.
I don't think we can do much worse than an Atari 2600, although we can try.
The Mad Max series video games. Mad Max 1990. Mad Max 2015.
Okay.
I mean, that's a pretty big gap for a sequel, let's be honest here. They must have been working their asses off on that thing. But yeah, it's always nice when a game kind of crops up and you just think, oh Jesus, they're not doing this, are they? And then you look at all the information, you look at all the trailers and stuff, and you're just like, actually, well played. This looks quite good. I always like it when a game surprises me with some of its content. I mean, just to bring it back, Mighty No. 9 did that, and look how that turned out. But we don't go there. So it's. I'm just trying to think of a game recently that I was looking at. And I'm just thinking this sounds a bit daft, and then I looked at the trailer and thought, actually, no, I want this immediately. I can't remember what it was now, though, which is slightly annoying. But
I hope it does do good. I hope it's just not licensed trash.
That's the worry. Yeah, it's just like, oh god, what have they done?
That's why I was looking there, because I'm not sure if it's going to be based off the movie or it's going to be its own thing. Because the thing is, right? Movie licensed games can either be really good or really bad. They're mostly really bad, but basically, sorry, I'm getting a phone call there, so I'm gonna have to make this quick. But
it's Lord Humongous.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just like, you're talking shit.
You're talking shit about the Mad Max video game.
The thing is, right, when licensed games, like, you know, are released alongside the source material, like, you know, they do something different alongside it, they're pretty good. But when they're based off, like, you know, the source material, like, you know, it's entirely follows it, that's when they're bad. Anyway, I'll just be right back one moment.
Yeah, no worries. I'm going to say, they kept on that call for a long time. They are persistent. Jesus. Although I'm being told in chat, I'm getting a blip in my ear that apparently it's its own story, which is nice. It's not going to be licensed trash, as we are now calling it.
Hey, not to say that all licensed games are going to be bad. Of course, there are a multitude of exceptions. I can't really think of it.
I was going to say, I'm all through that time I was trying to think of some.
The Chronicles of Riddick was a licensed game.
Yes, of course.
And that was heralded as one of the best FPSs of that generation. Mad Max.
One of the best.
I give it a 3. I'll get back to you on that other number.
Just give me a minute. Oh yes, of course, GoldenEye. Most of the, well, not most, but some of the Bond games were really good. Like,
oh yeah.
Like Tomorrow Never Dies was pretty good back on the PS1. GoldenEye, of course, was one of that was good. Nightfire was pretty decent as well. So yeah, there are some exceptions to the rule, but unfortunately, as a general rule, they're pretty terrible, which is a shame, really.
Yeah.
But hey ho, I think it's just a case of people kind of want to get hooked on the license and don't really care how they do it, which is a bit of a shame. But again, what are you gonna do?
What can you do?
Yeah, other than scream at them on the other side of the screen. But whilst we're waiting for Valk to get back, I actually managed to complete one job in Euro Truck. I delivered some wooden shavings all the way across Switzerland and into Germany, I think is where I am now. I think I'm in Germany. I'm not too sure. But if this hooker on my left-hand side is anything to go by, I never did quite leave Holland. And I'm now on my way to deliver forklifts, I think, to Hamburg. So, just a quick update for you all who are actually paying attention to the driving I'm currently doing. I haven't fucked up that badly, but I did drive over a central reservation, I think, at one point. But, hey-ho. What are you going to do? It's just...
Am I right?
What are you going to do? Oh, God, I'm a maverick. Oh, God, I've gone off the road. Jesus, Mary. Take the wheel.
We're in between stuff here. Like, explain to me, what are you playing? Like, what is this?
Euro Truck Simulator is one of the greatest simulators that has ever come out of the simulator world. It is a semi-realistic, like, truck driving sim where you are given jobs and you have to take on them, like, with as much care and attention to detail as possible. Like, you get fined for damaging your truck too much, for speeding, for red light crossing, for crashing into other vehicles and stuff like that. So you actually have to pay attention, and honestly, when this first came out, everyone was like, oh, this is going to be so stupid, nobody's going to play this. It's one of the most relaxing and most interesting things I've ever done in my life. That was the wrong thing to do! I didn't realise this was a single road. I have just crashed into the face of a Mini going at 80 miles an hour. Whoops! Never mind, I'm just going to carry on as normal.
I'm sure there were no kids in the car.
No. In fact, there was no driver. It was a Google driverless. It's absolutely fine. Also, is that the Kremlin I see in the background over there? But
good lord, I'm actually looking at the roads right now, and like the road. I'm not sure how you guys do it over there, but you see white divided lines in the United States means that it's two lanes going in the same direction. If you had opposite lanes, there was a yellow divider in the center.
Oh, have you got yellow one? No, ours is just a white. So you can overtake if it's clear, but you have to make sure that it's clear, which is...
I crash immediately.
You see, you'll see this in a moment if you're watching the stream, but there's now like a straight, unbroken line, which means you can't overtake. There are points, especially on the continent, especially in Europe, where you legitimately cannot overtake, and you are fined and potentially, taken to court over it because of such bits and pieces. But yeah, the way our roads work is weird, and I'm not keen on it. Like, I'm driving on the right now, which is upsetting because I'm on the continent and I'm in a right-hand drive vehicle, which of course is for the UK, so it's all a bit out of whack. But I also have, I can't remember the model, but you remember those old brick Nokias that you could only play Snake on and you were happy about it? I have one of those just strapped to my windshield, apparently. It's just hanging out on the right-hand side there. It's great.
Oh, I'm back. Hello.
I smashed face first into a Mini.
Oh, so you did exactly what I expected you to do.
Yeah, basically I did. I mean, honestly, I've been going for, what, an hour and a bit, and I've only just crashed into another car, like, full on. So, I'm not doing too badly. But
Needs more grappling hook.
Yeah, it does, yeah. So, yes, that is Euro Truck Sim. It is one of the most accurate renditions of a simulator to exist at the moment, and it's superb. It's great for stuff like this, because you can just sort of zone out and just drive with it.
If you don't like driving trucks on an actual road, you may, however, like the space variant, Elite Dangerous, which is pretty much the same game but in space, and that's pretty fucking great, actually.
Plug.
Yeah, plug, because I can't play it because of this thing.
This fucking thing gestures at everything.
Gestures of thin air.
But to get to the last point on the now mighty number 9 lineup, it's the new Luminos engine that Squeenix have brought out. Those of you who remember a couple of years ago, they showed off, it was just called the Luminous engine demo, I think, and it was running in...
You're going to illuminate us, did you?
I am going to illuminate you good. God, that sounds like a weird sexual practice.
Oh, yeah. Ready to get my DirectX on.
Okay, so, yeah, a couple of years ago they brought out the Luminos engine with the Agnes something or other demo it was called. And it was superbly gorgeous. Like, the lighting was great, the textures were great. You had to run it off like 7 graphics cards to get it to look anything as good as that. But it was a really high-tech demo. And they were going to use it for, I believe, KH3, but they swapped out to the Unreal Engine now because they just couldn't get Luminos to do what they wanted.
But still, the Unreal Engine 4 is still fucking gorgeous.
Oh yeah, the Unreal Engine 4 is superb. But yeah, they've now brought out a DirectX 12 version of the Luminos engine, and holy shitballs, is it amazing. They had it, it was at a PC exhibition show some point last week, that basically had it running off 4 GTX Titans, which for those of you who aren't in the know, the Titan is currently one of the most powerful graphics cards you can buy. They retail for approximately like 600 or something quid.
Around $900.
Yeah, and CEX will take them as trade-in for 336 quid, for those of you interested. And yeah, so it was running off 4 of those, and the guy showing off the demo... Oh yeah, the Titan X.
Titan X is
of course, yeah, it's the Titan X, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy showing it off was like, he just let it run through for 1 cycle, but then he was like, okay, I'm going to go into manual mode now, and he changed the lighting, he moved the camera, he diddled with all bits and pieces.
Oh, they're $1,000 each, though.
Oh, Jesus, man. And it was like, yeah, he just changed everything in real time, and it still ran at a solid rate of frames. It still looked absolutely gorgeous. He could just, mess with the lighting, and it all just dealt with it. And it looks utterly gorgeous. I'm not sure if Valk, if you want to put the link for the demo in the stream, but
I will do.
Yeah, there was, as I say, there was sort of like a tech demo at a PC game show or something or other. And they just showed it off, and they were just like, thank you very much, Square Enix, for blowing our fucking minds.
Yeah, you were showing me this last night, actually.
Yeah,
and I was like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, it's so good.
The point in the video to click on is around 135.
Yeah, they sort of have some gumph. It's just like, well, Square Enix very kindly gave us a demo of their Luminos engine, which was from 2 years ago, but they've now updated it from, like, 11 to whatever. But yeah, the textures have got so much more, depth to them. They're so much more higher quality. Like, as Riddick's saying, the woman in the demo like cries, and you can see shit reflecting off like the skin where the tear has gone, and it's just so absurdly detailed. Also, I nearly jacked my... Oh shit! I flipped the trailer.
You nearly jacked what?
I have flipped the trailer.
Stop jacking while driving, damn it.
That's
You need both hands firmly on the wheel, friend.
That's the trailer gone.
You need to grab one of the shafts, just not that one.
The gear shaft has been grasped firmly. I'm just going to sit here and just rev for a bit.
Firmly grasp it.
I'm just going to turn the engine off because I can't do anything now. But yeah, it was absolutely stunning, and just the things they could potentially do with this engine. So props to them for remaking it. Oh, I'm hearing beeping from behind me. No, I can do, mate. Soz. But
hello, ground.
Hello, ground, my only friend. Oh no, that's pausing. I need emergency assistance. Call assistance. Yes, please.
God, I'm just looking at the video myself. This is quite amazing.
This
goes beyond textures over textures over textures. This is a matter of just. No, because I actually think we reached the pinnacle with how well we can detail textures. But it's really the shading, the mapping, and the dynamic lighting that really brings them to life. And I think we're getting real close to just real life.
Yeah, it's getting scarily close to real life.
Yeah, but I think this is one of the benefits with DirectX 12 is looking to go for. Is like, we can achieve real life looking things, but now we can have real life looking people do superhero-ish things.
Yeah,
cast magic spells.
It's just like, yeah, she's clearly not. You're clearly in a non-realistic world, but shit, look at her. She could have. She stepped out of next door. Damn it.
It's getting to the point now where graphics are going to hit that point where they can't get any more realistic, and after that's when I hope they really start looking into this whole VR thing.
Oh, Christ, man.
Now they have no choice but to look at gameplay.
Yes. But honestly, this is a little bit off topic, but I'm starting to get really excited for this whole VR thing. Like, Oculus, Morpheus, whatever HTC is doing. I was about to say HoloLens there, but that's not virtual reality. That's
augmented reality. Tusk, Microsoft, get it right.
Looking at you, Microsoft, having to be Mr. Contrary, having to do everything different.
Fucking Microsoft, how dare you? But But yeah, like VR. Just whilst we're on the topic, we might as well talk about it. Project Morpheus looks superb. Can I just point out? They are leaps and bounds with that shit.
The thing is, right, I'm more interested in the Morpheus than I am Oculus, because at the time, Oculus was like, it was crowdfunded. So I was saying, like, imagine if Oculus had, like, a massive company like Sony behind it funding this new technology, and now Sony has their own proprietary one. And I hope for the God, I hope to God.
I hope for the God!
For the gods themselves to bless this. But, I really do hope that Sony don't make the mistake of having it work with PlayStation only. If you can make it work with stuff like PC as well, and you can advertise that, you will make so much money with it, because it's going to have a level of polish. It's going to have a level of, like, it's going to be able to be supported more. They'll be able to convince more game developers to, like, work with it. Not that Oculus having trouble with that, because fucking virtual reality is something everyone's wanted forever.
Yeah, I mean, even this game
has it. Monetize the shit out of that.
This game has VR. If you so wish, you can hook an Oculus up to this. There's a debug build for Oculus, and you can literally, if you turn your head, you look out of your window. It's like immersion. It's amazing. Also, can I just point out that I was pulling out of that junction at a reasonable speed, and that Mini crashed into the back of me, and I got fined for it.
Have you seen GTA 5 PC on the Oculus?
No, I haven't, but it sounds amazing.
Oh my god, it is fucking terrifying.
Okay, maybe it's not as amazing as it sounds.
It's amazing, but it's terrifying, because the video Riddick showed me, of all things, like, it was of the bike, like, in the game on your first person, right? But that doesn't bother me. It's what happens when you crash the bike, because if you know GTA 5, you will ragdoll off the bike and go flying through the air. Imagine that while strapped into an Oculus, and you hitting the ground. It is terrifying.
Oh yeah. I mean, the notion of doing anything like vaguely with movement on the Oculus is terrifying, because I would just get
just ramming those cars out the way. I don't have time for this.
I have places to be. I have forklifts to deliver.
I have podcasts to podcast.
I am not here for your Q shit.
I am not here for your entertainment, and you really don't want to mess with me tonight.
This is why I love this game, because you can abide by the rules. Alternatively, you can just ram a fucking 300-ton trailer through everything.
You've obviously never played GTA with us, then.
No, I haven't, but I've seen it, and it sounds amazing. But yeah, so that is the end of that session, that segment, as it were. We've got through all of our topics.
And we got a good hour and a half out of them.
Yeah, I mean, unless you can think of anything on the fly, John, that you can bring. Any topics that you can think of?
This coffee's nice.
Well, I mean,
you're a coffee man.
Yes, I'm a coffee. I
man.
drink coffee almost I think at least 3 times a day.
Which brand?
Someone I can connect with, thank God.
There is a local place here in Philadelphia. We call it Wawa. And,
nice.
They make the best coffee.
So, what's your coffee? Wawa!
Hey, what?
What?
You're having a stroke there, buddy.
You've had too much coffee already, sir.
Look, right. You don't tell a man when he's had enough coffee. The man decides for himself.
The man decides.
You say I have too much. I say you're clearly not having enough.
Yeah. Oh man, coffee's good. I nearly bought some. You probably don't know it because it's a British company, but Valk, you may know of Whittards of Chelsea.
Yeah, I think I've heard of them.
Yeah, they're a very sort of high class kind of coffee, tea, and hot chocolate place. They do some of the nicest blends and some of the smoothest like coffees around. And I was in their store today, just looking at everything and crying because I can't afford it. It's such like, good coffee.
Me and my best friend Jordan, respectively, he's the tea man. I'm the coffee man.
All right.
Because he loves his tea, because like he's all prim and proper. He's not really. He's fucking as common as the rest of us. he loves his tea. Like he really fucking loves tea. Whereas I can never get away with tea because it's just basically it's just warm water to me. There's no taste to it.
Wow.
But I've always been the coffee one out of the two of us because. Ever since I was younger, like since I was 7, I've been drinking coffee since I was 7.
Jesus Christ!
Which explains a lot about
that explains so much about you.
Yeah.
The
thing is,
okay.
I shouldn't have been drinking as well because when I was younger.
No, because you're 7.
No, because I was hyperactive as well.
Oh Jesus!
Oh my God!
So,
you're bouncing off the walls.
I
think you momentarily fly.
No. Believe it or not, it calmed me down.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Okay.
I have the opposite reaction to coffee. It chills me the fuck out.
Well, I mean, caffeine does nothing for me. It doesn't like make me any less tired. It doesn't make me more tired. It's just kind of there and just kind of circulates through my system.
There is nothing more relaxing than sitting down with your cup of coffee in your hand. Probably maybe you got like a biscuit or just some kind of comfort food.
Oh yeah.
Really knocks you down.
Yeah.
I don't drink coffee the proper way though, because like most people like drink it black, like which you can argue is how you meant to drink coffee, but I like mine really sweet and milky.
Yeah, I do. No, I like my coffee nice and milky with a bit of sugar.
So I don't drink it for the caffeine. I drink it for the taste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does Johnny take his coffee?
2 sugars and some Irish cream.
Oh damn! Look at this guy.
You are one fancy motherfucker, my friend.
That's like fancy. It's like once you have it, you can't go back.
Yeah. I mean,
It kind of burns the wallet after a while. But,
I've had Irish coffee and it is delicious.
Look, it may make you poor, but at least you enjoy it.
Oh yeah.
I'm actually. It's kind of a dangerous thing that I discovered a few months ago because the brand that I drink for Irish cream is Bailey's, obviously.
Oh, yeah, of course, yes.
But that's the non-alcoholic version.
Yeah.
I finally had the alcoholic version of Bailey's a few months ago, and it tastes no different. So I'm wondering, oh God, I have to stay away from this because I can easily get messed up with this.
I could accidentally drink the wrong one.
I mean, I can imagine your problem with that as well. Just waking up on a morning, you're a little groggy, right? And you reach for the bowl and you pour in your coffee. Then you drink it, just like, there's a little bit of a kick to this. You look at the bowl, you put the alcoholic one in, just like, well, this is how I'm starting my day. Just empty the whole bowl then.
Bottoms up, lads.
That's what I do.
Yeah, that's because you're a rampaging alcoholic, Val. We know this.
Nope, hold on.
Oh, sorry. Is this not an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting? I do apologise.
It is, Sush.
Shit.
I was going to go get my bowl of cider as well. Thanks, Cedric.
It's okay.
You've ruined it for me now.
You need to wean yourself off that shit, man.
No. I'll quit anytime I want.
Okay. Wow. Okay. God, touchy subject. So on the. I really wish I had a coffee now. All I've got is an empty can of Coke. And I'm driving, so I can't get a drink. But the next section of the podcast that we usually go to is the Get Hype section. And we've got a few on the list, actually, of games that are coming out relatively soon.
Grappling Hook.
Grappling Hook. So, Valk, what's on the list of goods for the next month or so?
Right, this month in May, we've got quite a few things. We've got...
Fucking hell! Sorry.
Okay, we've got fucking hell coming out.
That Mini knew I was coming, but it still drove...
fire crackles.
Okay. Sorry, Val. Go on. What's the first thing on the list?
I just got that. Johnny's knocked me a bit off killer now. But, we have... First this month, we have Project Cars coming out for PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Wii U. Which is meant to be like a really good racing game, which I know nothing about. Because I haven't been keeping up with
I don't really know much about it. I've seen that in some game stores around the country there are like some demo booths and stuff. But, yeah.
Thanks to DM in the chat as well, Johnny. There is a GIF of Just Cause 2 there if you want to take a look at, which I've just linked.
Oh.
So you can get an idea of what's going on.
But, yeah, it's meant to be really good. Everyone's getting really hyped about this game, but I have not looked into it at all.
No, I haven't.
I'm sorry, just look at the GIF file right now. That looks like a paid mod. I'm sorry. That stuff you see in like Source Filmmaker that you get a laugh out of. If you could do that,
yeah.
I think you just sold Just Cause 2 for me. So
it's a really good game.
It is. I can highly advise it. We do dig it. So don't worry.
We diggy it, in fact.
We do. It's got the Diggy seal of approval. 2 thumbs up and a car on the front of my truck. That's the seal. But yeah, I haven't really been keeping up with Project Cars either because I was just kind of like, eh. But just remind me again, which game was it at E3 that the guy had an orgasm over the leather?
Drive Club.
That was Drive Club, right? It wasn't Project Cars. Jesus Christ, that guy was so creepy. It's just like, you can almost feel the leather as you step into your new Lamborghini. And we're all just like, dude.
The abridged video.
Leather?
Yeah, it's just like...
video. I fucking love cars. I just want to be with them. I just want to touch them. I worry that the leather on the seats isn't real enough. I fucking love cars.
I'm just gonna drop this car off the side.
But,
there we go.
I fucking love Cars the game, or Project Cars, is due for a release in the EU on May 7th, followed by a US release a week later on May 14th. Which is not going to be a good day for me, because that's the day I am getting fillings.
Oh no, I can't drive fake cars because I'm having to get teeth work done.
How can I possibly hope to do so?
I've got nothing else planned for the day.
Next up, we have the US release of Final Fantasy X and X-2 HD on the PS4. Why? I don't know.
Because that's not a horse that's dead already.
I just don't understand. They just got released last year on the PS3. That's fine enough. Why PS4?
To be fair, it's like The Last of Us. The Last of Us didn't need a remaster either, but we got one.
But this is a remaster of the remaster.
Oh yeah,
You know?
because they give you the option to have the classic soundtrack because loads of people hated the remastered one.
Yeah.
So you can have the classic one instead, and it's just like, okay, and then it's like, okay, so I got an email, it's just, alright, there's a collector's edition. The art book presented for the collector's edition of this PS4 is the same one offered for the previous PS3 edition. I'm just like, you lazy fucks.
But we've blown up the images by about 2-3%. You won't notice, but it's enough there, reseller to you. Go buy it.
Yeah, and it's just, the only kind of good point is that, oh, it's going to look a bit crisper, and you can put the old soundtrack back on if you want. That's it.
Also, you were mentioning Last of Us. It didn't need a remaster on PS4, but it's a lot better on PS4.
Yeah, but it didn't need it.
No, it didn't. But
PS3
honestly,
was good enough.
It came out the end of the PS3's life cycle anyway, so if they just waited a little bit longer to put on PS4, sorry, I think it would have been even better.
Oh yeah, like it was a late game.
But even then, The Last of Us is fucking great. Go and buy it.
I still haven't finished it, but...
Do you even finish games anymore, did you?
No.
Okay.
You're a sampler. You just taste it, put it back down.
I am that asshole.
You get along with my friend Fran. She never finishes her games.
Probably double dip your chips too.
Oh, Johnny, please calm down. Mustard,
triple dipper,
mayonnaise, and sweet and sour. God. I need to hide this erection.
Yes. After that, after Digi's raging boner, we on May 19th we have real-time beard simulator. Sorry, I mean The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt.
The Witcher 3 looks superb.
Which is coming out for PC, PS4, and Xbox One, and this game looks fucking gorgeous.
Oh yeah, The Witcher 2 was superb in its own right. So
I've not played The Witcher 2, and I don't think I will, but I kind of want to go out and buy Witcher 3 anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I think they said you don't need to know much of the story because there will be kind of like things to do, you know, that kind of give you ideas of what happened before, but honestly, it looks so good. And The Witcher 2 improved on The Witcher 1 so much that I'm really glad that 3 is like doing the same as well. And to be honest, how can you argue with, you know, pin-up images of the ladies you bed on playing cards? How can you argue with that? So good.
I don't think I can argue with that. But yeah, real-time beard growth.
Yeah. That's all you need. That's all you need to know.
My next gen.
My experience.
And finally, there are more releases this month, but there was a Hyperdimension Neptunia game that I thought we should talk about, but we didn't want to summon Sora back to the small plan. No, I'm just kidding. But there are some other game releases this month, but they didn't really bear talking about. But the one that is on everyone's mind probably, Splatoon, is due out on May 29th for the Wii U.
Ridiculously.
Not gonna be able to, I think we're not going to be able to really experience that when it comes out because I'm going to be at MomoCon at the end of that month.
Oh, damn it. Socializing?
The EU release, to be fair.
Yeah, I don't think it's got a US release. Not sure, but...
let me see. I thought May 29th was a worldwide release. I think I recall hearing that. Let me do a quick wiki on that one.
Do a quick bit of on-the-fly research.
Oh, Riddick's just woken up and realised that Splatoon's coming out this month. I could be wrong.
Just whilst you're looking that up, Johnny, I was like not particularly interested in Splatoon. I thought, this is really good, but the problem is that at the E3 Direct they just showed so much of it, and I just got oversaturated with it. I'm just like, I don't particularly want to know any more about this. Please stop. But I've picked up a copy of Edge magazine, which is a really good gaming magazine, and there, I wish I could show you actually, but I don't have my webcam plugged in. The cover is literally just one of the squids from the game. The entire
Squid Girls.
Yeah, it's literally just the whole cover is orange, and like it's just a pair of eyes on the front, and there's a massive feature this month about the Splatoon, and it looks really good. I am really quite excited for it, honestly, at this point in time, because we could do so much fun with it.
And as someone who has played it this past PAX East, I did have a great time, so I am definitely getting it day one.
Can confirm.
Doing for reference, yeah, it is coming out in Europe and America at the same day.
Oh, there you go. So it is East and West release. That's perfect. So yeah, I'm seriously looking forward to it. Also, I'm losing control of my forklift. God damn this game! I'm losing control.
No, it's going to get delayed 3 weeks because what you're carrying is Splatoon.
These forklifts carry Squid Girls.
Crash the truck. And the hopes.
I'm finding a spot to rest. Jesus Christ, game, calm thy tits.
No Squid Girls for anyone.
That's it, I've broken everything. What do you mean I've got to go into this forward, you piece of shit? Right, but yeah, honestly, I was so like, ugh, I don't particularly care about Splatoon, yada yada yada. And then they brought out a lot more detail for it, and then they were like, yo dogs, we know you really want Splatoon. And I'm like, I really want Splatoon.
I want this game inside me.
Basically.
Oh, I'm sorry, what did I say?
Splatoon for top tier waifu.
Squid Girls for everyone.
Yep, that's what I'm delivering. I am now Santa. Can confirm I'm delivering Squid Girls to the good girls and boys.
Santa Digi.
Santa Digi.
Yes. Here he comes, the patron saint of prostitutes. Look it up, Saint Nicholas.
Amazing. But I know you said that there's sort of a few other kind of games coming out that we're not really paying attention to. But
Omega Quintet's one of them as well.
Yeah, Omega Quintet. I actually just delivered my friend's copy to him today, actually, because he gets them delivered to my house because it's just easier for him. So yeah, I delivered that, and it looks all right. And he was kind of, showing me, and sort of explaining what's going on with it. And it sounds quite cool, but it's one of those IFY and sort of that kind of game, Neptunia kind of publishing jobs. I'm just gonna bank this thing. I don't give a shit. Oh no, I do give a shit because I can't get up there. Okay. Come on, truck, you can do it. Come on, son. Oh no, that's an invisible wall. I can't do it. Okay. That's not a thing I can do. Never mind. But yeah, it looks quite good actually. And like, I've sort of started getting back into the kind of Japanese games and stuff, but we'll see how it goes.
Omega Quintet's going to be on the stream soon, courtesy of our dear Reddick.
Yeah, she's got hold of it. I think she's renting it from Boomerang.
Boomerang.
What is a boomerang? Is it just a meringue that you just cry into whilst you eat?
Yeah, it cries until it comes back.
It's just boomerang. Yes.
Out of the two of us, this podcast, who do you think's the one that's going to make Johnny not want to come back the most?
Probably. I mean, my driving's been atrocious, so I don't think he'll want to come back after.
Yeah, I think your driving is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life.
I mean, honestly, I don't blame you. Has somebody stopped me from being able to use this properly? Oh, Jesus Christ. This is just a train wreck after a train
It has the
wreck.
windshield wipers on when it's not even raining.
I am worst truck driver. My God.
Sick of me, Ditchy.
I know, I sicken myself, honestly. Oh,
You must now commit Sudoku to regain your honor.
Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 7, and 3. Where the fuck does 5 go?
I'm just going to carve that in my chest. There we go.
That's
But-
disgusting.
That's enough for releases because I don't know what else is coming out. And I'm going to be honest, I don't really care.
Yeah, there's not really much else to know. I think Splatoon is the big release, honestly, of this month.
Then, Witcher's not that big or anything, no big deal.
Well, no, The Witcher is big, but everybody is looking at Splatoon. Like, literally everybody.
Yeah, I have to hand it Nintendo. They just sort of came running past and just ripped the carpet out from Witcher just saying Splatoon this month.
I think they just ripped the carpet out from everyone when they first announced it, because they're like, okay, so here's a multiplayer game that you can actually play online, which is amazing for Nintendo.
Online games.
I know, it's just...
You are so silly, did you?
It's just so good. Like, they finally come into the modern age of gaming. My God, well done.
Can't wait to see how they fuck this up. Oh, wait, YouTube.
What's that? You want to play Splatoon on your channel? No, no, no. Don't be silly.
First, you have to pay us. I already bought the game. Pay us again.
Yeah, buy it again. What's that? You want a season pass? No, it's not a season pass. It's the ability
Please
to
understand.
Play. Please, yeah. It's just like a GIF of Iwata when you try and play it. When you try and put the game up on YouTube, it's just please.
The results are in for following on Smash characters. The results were disappointing, though not unexpected. So we're going to release a classic skin pit. Never ask me for anything again.
This is what you get.
Top 2 answers: Goku and Red Boy.
Hey, Samus! I'm in your game!
Stop it. Stop it.
I love the Ridley voice that Slow Beef does. Oh, man. Unfortunately, my Google Doc is unable to be scrolled down right now. That's a car that I'm about to run into. It's okay. Nailed it.
That's enough for the get hype section because, well, okay. But we've got next. Hey, Ducks, what you playing? Because, you didn't rip that off from anyone, did you?
No. Shut up. Shut up!
Hey, Digi, I'm pretty ashamed of you.
Wow.
Pun, shut up.
Wow. Valk, I'm banishing you from this plane of reality.
The shadow wouldn't survive without me.
So yeah, as the name implies, this is the section where we kind of just go on a little bit of a, a bit of a off-key as to what we've been playing this week, like, personally. So, Valk, what have you been digging your thumbs into?
I don't know, chat. Do you want to tell me what I've been playing this week? I think the chat can tell me what I've been playing.
Is it by any chance that wonderful MMO Final Fantasy XIV?
No, actually, I've been playing a lot of Destiny. Of course it's fine. What
do you mean you've gone back to Destiny? That's such an abusive relationship. We told you to get out of that years ago.
I love
At this point, it's your fault.
Yeah, at this point, you've only got yourself to blame.
But yeah, I've been playing FF14. Funny pigeon. But, I've been playing a lot of FF14 because, it's been on stream courtesy of Riddick and Spa. And the chat have been joining it with FF14, and we've basically started a cult.
Yep.
And, it's not going to be too long before we take over Balmont.
We are the server now.
It's happening. We've already absorbed the quicksand. It's our base of operations. We're moving on Gridania next,
Wow, you guys do not fuck around. Jesus.
Eventually we'll take over the other servers as well.
Jesus, no.
But eventually FF14 will be ours.
So, first Balmung, then the game, then Square Enix.
And maybe, just maybe, we'll make Square Enix not money-grubbing fucks anymore.
No, I don't think anybody can get that out of them, honestly. Oh well. Anything else, or have you literally just been playing 14 all this time?
Riddick's yelling at me.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay. We're not owning the quickie sound. Okay.
Fine. We'll have the rest of all down then. We'll ignore that.
Oh, man. Johnny, what about you? What have you been sort of digging your thumbs and staring at all week? Or all month, I should say, even.
Well, yeah, you could technically say that because it's the beginning of May, but
yeah, true.
The big game that I've been really holding on to, well, because I'm reviewing it, actually got the video publishing it tomorrow evening, but I've been playing a game called Speedrunners on Steam.
Oh, amazing game! Yes.
Yeah, I'm handling it a little differently because it's early access.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
But bottom line, I do like what's being offered. Yeah. But I do have some complaints about it, but I'll get more of that in the video. Shameless plug.
Don't worry, there is time for that later, don't worry.
I've been also dabbling in Link Between Worlds again on 3DS because I'm playing that for charity stream coming up this later this year. And a bit of ActRaiser on the Super Nintendo. Oh. I don't know if you guys ever played that.
No,
great soundtrack.
You are going across all the consoles here, son. Jesus.
Well, because I really have to. But and just a bit of Shantae's Pirate's Curse because we were working on that for Brain Scratch this past week. So yeah, I've been getting all over the place and I got a headache now.
I've been gaming too much.
Yeah.
I no longer enjoy this.
Don't ask you for anything again.
Never ask me.
This is the last thing I'll ever do for you, ever. But I've been dabbling in Animal Crossing as I usually do on an evening. I just drop into my town, check all my villages are okay, make sure they're not revolting. But other than that, I've actually been playing Pokemon Shuffle for a bit. The free-to-play game on the Nintendo 3DS that you can pick up from the Nintendo eStore for the wholesome sum of 000. But it does contain microtransactions because it sucks. But it's actually surprisingly fun, but fuck-de Christ. You can tell it's a free-to-play, mobile game, because it has what I like to call pre-generated RNG. because of the way the game works, whenever you clear Pokemon out of the map area, the playing area, new ones drop in, of course, that's how the game works. But they could get you into a situation where the board is no longer winnable. So what it does is it resets the entire board to where it was at the start of the game, and that can completely fuck you over of winning the level, and it's a bit shitty. But it's relatively addictive because it's just basic gameplay. If you played Pokemon Link, or I think it was Pokemon Troze over in the US, I think, which is a weird name. Not gonna lie, weird name.
Stupid.
Yeah, it's just like, you guys are fucking idiots. Why would you do that?
When you're done, I just want to do something quickly. I just want to slip in a little advert when you're done.
Not on stream. But it's surprisingly fun. And yeah, I've been playing that. I was playing FF15 demo, as I've been saying, sort of last week. So good. I'll briefly summarise why the FF15 demo was amazing. The combat is great, the characters are pretty good, the world is completely open and you can dick around it as much as you like before you do the quests. When you rest for camp on a night, Ignis makes you a meal that determines how your stats will be boosted for the rest of the day, and it is just so in-depth and so, like, rich. The world is so rich. I could just live in it. I love it. It's really well done, and I'm very excited because they're actually planning on putting out a like a patch of it. If they can get the the PSN store to like play ball with them and stuff, then they are planning to do a episode Duske V 2.0, which should be nice.
They've been working on the game for around 8 years now, so I'm glad to hear it's actually looking pretty good.
It's worth it. Trust me. I can say with utmost confidence that 15 is going to be good.
Because since the first Versus Fine trailer all the way back in 2006, yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, sorry, Valk, what was that year?
2006.
Just one more time?
2006. 2006. 2006 AD, the year of our Lord, who's not here because we still don't have 15.
Pretty much, sounds alright, but no, it is.
God is dead, and Final Fantasy killed him.
Oh, I was wondering why I couldn't move my truck. Just wait until you see this on stream. There are 2 cars currently wedged under the wheels.
Backing up.
The problem is that because this truck is rear-wheel drive, my 2 wheels that actually drive the truck are currently off the ground. I cannot move my truck, and the parking spot is right next to me.
Remember where we parked, kids.
This is so upsetting. I can almost feel victory, but I can't because I'm stuck.
So close. You can almost taste it.
It's okay, I'm just going to visit a service station because it's like close to me, so it's fine. But
just continue the drive on one of the forklifts.
Yeah, it's just like, just get the forklift out and move everyone out. But no.
Like we usually say, Digi, you fucking failure.
Thanks, Valk. But yeah, FF15 looks really good. I haven't played Type 0 HD yet because I don't have a PS4 myself, but the PSP game was great, so I have high hopes for it. But other than that, I've also been playing Dual Destinies again. I've got right back into the Ace Attorney series because it's a godlike series and you should all play it. But Dual Destinies is great. 3DS game, cannot recommend it enough. Really good game. So yeah, I've been mostly looking at my 3DS for the past few days, and I highly recommend you all do the same because this video is now sponsored by Nintendo. Please understand. I'm done, by the way.
Never ask us for anything again.
Yeah, never ask us for anything again. Please understand. Yeah, what did you want to do, Valk? No,
I want to do my little advert.
Oh, go on.
So, Digi!
Yes, Valk!
Are you looking for a free company to join in for? Say yes.
No, I'm not, but...
Say yes, you piece of shit.
For the people who are interested, Valk, please do go on.
Well, if you can get on the Battlemunk server, good fucking luck. You can now join the official, we stretch, official. Official, it's not supported by Digi, but it's supported by me and
No,
Riddick, so
I support it.
enough.
I don't use it, but I will support it. You have my stamp of approval, which is a truck driving over 2 other cars.
You can now go and join the official free company on the Battlemunk server run by Riddick and occasionally helped out by me when I feel like it.
What's the name of it?
It's just DigiParadox as far as I'm aware. Riddick will probably correct me if I'm wrong in a couple of seconds, but we'll just wait for that. But,
we'll just wait for her to get back to us on that.
you can join us on there now if you can get on the Battlemunk servers. If not, we recommend, if you really want to join us, make a character on another server. And transfer, though, it will cost you money to transfer, so, you know, think long and hard about that one.
It always does.
But if you can get on the Balmung server, like, you know, just ask me. I'm ready for the document. It is DigiParadox. In fact, I will copy and paste the document now. It is up there from DM, so thank you, DM, but I will send it again just for the people who have joined. Where you can write on there, like, you know, you can write on your stream name, your Skype name, your character name. You can tick the box if you want to roleplay or not, since it's the unofficial roleplay server.
All that jazz. It's all very well set up.
We'll periodically look over the list and add you to the group if you can get on the Balmung server. But once again, we have to stress it is on the Balmung server, and it is a royal pain in the ass to get on there.
Yeah, it is. It's constantly locked off. So, but yeah, no, I can wholeheartedly recommend if you guys do play FF14 and do like role playing, and get on that shit.
If you do want to really join, I think Riddick said that she will be tweeting out when the Balmung servers are unlocked, so go and follow her at RiddickTH.
Yes, she did. She said she'll status update folks for those of you who want to get on the server. But that nicely brings us actually into the, you know, the sort of the last, well, one of the last sections of the podcast anyway. We are wrapping this up after God knows how long, which is the shameless plug section. So...
oh yeah!
This is the bit that Johnny's been here for all this time.
Yes, I am still the token lesbian Matrix.
Yeah,
right.
It's true. So as far as Digital Paradox goes, as Valk says, we do have, you know, a couple of bits and pieces. We're stretching out into games, so like
hey, we're working on stuff for once. That's a surprise.
I know, right? So yeah, we're starting getting groups and teams on games and stuff. So we're stretching out a little bit. But obviously this week, it does end tomorrow, unfortunately. But this week has been the Digital Paradox partnership push. Fuck me. Oh, what do you mean I was late? It took me 22 hours to get this to here.
It took you 22 hours to get the stream up last night, although that wasn't your fault.
I know. But it was... Yeah,
Gmod.
I know, right? But yeah, it's part of the Paradox push, so this is the thing we've been doing all week. We've been streaming for pretty much like at least 9 or 10 hours a day in the hope that we could at some point soon like reapply for Twitch partnership. Because we were shot down last time because Twitch was like, lol, nah, I don't have enough people. So yeah, I just wanted to say that that's going to finish tomorrow, but after the push, we are trying to sort of work out a schedule. So as well as the D&D games that go on every other week, we're going to see if we can get like a set slot for, you know, certain people, certain games, like maybe a community night again. We're going to try and get this podcast back up and running on a monthly basis.
Thank God.
Valk has been waiting for me. Valk has been waiting for me to say that for years.
Because I'm sitting around here feeling fucking useless half the time.
Valk's just like, I want to do something.
I'm just like, oh hi, I'm a co-com, you know, I'm working, you know, I'm just on stream, I'm mod, you know. Whereas now I'm just like, I am a co-host here. I dictate how this goes to an extent. I have power. I'm on a power trip.
Valk, no, stop that.
I'm sorry. I've kind of went stir crazy over the past couple of weeks.
Just a bit, yeah. So yeah, as I say, it's just part of the little thing we're trying to do to just get Twitch Senpai to notice us. I'll drop the stuff in chat. So if you're liking what you're seeing, and you know, as I say, especially because we're starting to bring back a schedule and the podcast. If you haven't already, do consider giving us a follow. Give us a shout out on the social medias, specifically Twitter. Get that on there, and we'll be, you know, we're thinking of getting the YouTube channel back up and running. Spar and I are still working on the Rising playthrough. It's just being delayed because obviously real life stuff is getting in the way, but that will be finished at some point and put up on the channel.
If you want to get people to look at the channel, remember, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your creepy uncle.
Yep, especially the creepy uncle, because he knows people.
Also, tell your neighbours, tell that bully down the street that took your lunch money, and maybe, just maybe, he'll think you're cool enough not to steal your lunch money next time.
That's
just maybe.
Asterisk, please note, this is not advised and may not work as intended. So yeah,
yes,
go on.
If you can, please do get the word out about us. We are still trying to start this up. To be fair, we have a really good amount of viewers at the moment, but we do want to try and get our name out there just a little bit more for the sake of some of the other streamers on here, like, you know, Riddick and Digi, like, you know, just to get more attention towards the channel, because, hell, I love speaking to you guys, but
yeah,
it's nice to get some new blood in here as well.
We love doing this, which is why we're trying to push for the whole more viewers, more, you know, a bigger fan base, like the partnership and stuff. We love streaming and we love talking to you guys, so that's what all this is about. And yeah, like we say, just spread the word around if you can. Obviously, don't have to. If you think we're colossal pieces of shit, feel free. But if you're liking what you're seeing, give us a follow, give us a share, and that'll be much appreciated. As I say, we're working on a schedule. D&D is still running for the moment, at least. My session and my campaign's almost coming to a close, but I will be making more campaigns, so don't worry. D&D will continue. And like I said, we're going to try and get the podcast back on track and possibly get some community nights working in some games
also
as well.
runs an alternate D&D campaign for those who want more D&D action. I don't know when he does that, because it's sort of erratic, but apparently from what you guys tell me, it's better than Digi, so, go and watch that if you want.
Yeah, Brit's campaign is really good from what I've heard, so I have a lot to learn from him in regards to that.
We still love you, though,
Oh, yes, I know, thank you. But that's us done, so, Mr. SomeCallMeJohnny, what have you got in the pipeline?
Oh, all right then. Let me look at this list here and look back. All right. All right. So, as you guys know, well, anyone watching me, or at least one of them, or not, and you could be complete strangers in one case. Hey, I'm John.
Hi, how you doing?
I currently produce content for 3 channels. One is my main channel, SomeCallMeJohnny. You can find that at youtube.com/SomeCallMeJohnny. The other is SGB Likes to Play, which is Super Gamer Brothers. That's at youtube.com/SGB Likes to Play. It's a long name, forgive me. The other is Brain Scratch Commentaries. That's the one I really do a lot of work for in conjunction with Ryan, Lewis, and Ted. We pretty much do commentary over video games, shoot the shit, talk about things that don't involve the game, because that's what we like to do. So in terms of that, I guess I'll start with SomeCallMeJohnny. I guess I already guys told you that I'm playing Speedrunners. That's the next review that's coming up after that. Shovel Knight and some other things down the road. I'm currently in the middle of my indie showcase where I focus on a lot of independent titles and see if they're worth the $10 to $15 they usually ask for. And I like that indie showcase because it exposes me to a lot of things that I probably would never pick up ever in my lifetime. So I hope you guys look forward to that. In terms of Super Gamer Brothers, we're currently in Team Dark for Sonic Heroes, and I'm kind of enjoying that playthrough for the comments alone from all the Sonic Heroes fans, because we're not playing the game the way they play the game, so it's wrong.
Oh my god, you guys are not playing the game! Like, Tails should be in this format, and you should use them all the time.
It's a good time for the wrong reasons. That is going on, and we're trying to get started on Metal Gear Solid 2. It's going to be both a Let's Play and a Let's Watch, because Metal Gear Solid 2 is when the cutscenes get really long.
Yeah.
So we hope you guys look forward to that. And Brain Scratch is currently in the middle of filler month, because we are getting ready for MomoCon at the end of the year, and every time we do conventions, well, not end of the year, end of the month, but every time we do conventions, we always do live recordings, and those usually end up being the best stuff we do throughout that year, because we just work so well together. We're all 4 of us are together.
Yeah.
So we hope you guys look forward to that. And besides, the summer's coming up. It's got to be a lot of things going down there. I'll get more into that when the time is appropriate. Not now, though. I'm tired.
Now is not the time. But just once more for just so people didn't miss it. What are the 3 channels again?
Right, so it's SomeCallMeJohnny, which is youtube.com/SomeCallMeJohnny.
It's
pretty easy to
with a H, by the way.
with the JOHNNY.
Yep, there you go.
Then there's SGB Likes to Play, the Super Gamer Brothers. You'll probably find us if you type in that instead.
Yeah.
Then there's Brain Scratch Commentaries.
There you are. So follow these people, because they do good work. Honestly, just whilst you're here, the X versus Johnny series, some of the best stuff I've seen for some of those games, and I applaud you for dealing with Echo, honestly, because Jesus H Christ, man. You went through
really only the lowest points of that video were the first and Defenders of the Future on the Dreamcast, because I ended up really liking Tides of Time. Well, not really liking it.
Liking it enough.
It's better than I thought it was going to be. That's way
but let's not talk about the Dreamcast one, because holy shit. No, let's not go there. But that's the end of the super special episode of the Brewing Stand podcast. So it goes without saying, thank you very much to the viewers for coming along and watching the show. Thank you to Valk, my co-com, my cohort in this.
Always happy to do these things. I love them.
But most of all, thank you very much to our very special guest, SomeCallMeJohnny.
Oh, no problem, dude. Thank you so much for inviting me. It was fun watching you be a complete ass.
Yes, thank you to Euro Truck Simulator 2 for providing the background visuals and me ramming cars out of the way.
We ask for one favour from you, Johnny, and that's that you don't rip into us too much when you go and tell the other brain scratch guys.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be just fine. I'll be happy to plug all this if you guys don't mind.
Oh no, honestly, we would be honoured. We'd be absolutely. We would be flattered. Honestly, please. I mean, don't let us stop you, Johnny. God.
Yes, the stream isn't over yet, actually, because we have something coming up after this that I'm not part of personally, because I don't know you. But I think you've got the Monster Hunter thing coming up.
We do, yes. So those of you who have joined us for the podcast, do stick around if you enjoy some multiplayer mayhem, because we're going to bust out the Monster Hunter 3 on the Wii U, and we're going to play that. I'm certainly going to join for a couple of hours. So
I will be around in the background yelling at people still, like I usually do, but I will not be contributing to the game because I am an asshat.
Man, we've got so many asshats tonight. But all that remains for me to say is, once again, thank you to everyone in the chat. Thank you, Valk. Thank you, Johnny. This has been Digital Alchemist. This has been Digital Paradox. I didn't come up with a name still. It was Valk.
Yes, I keep forgetting to mention that. Digi's not that egotistical. I came up
It was Valk that came up with it.
Yeah.
And this has been the super special episode of the Brewing Stand. Look out for more, because we do want to get this up and running again. We'll have more guests, we'll have more people, more stuff to talk about. Hopefully on a monthly basis.
Give me something to do, why don't you?
But that is it. Yes, thank you everybody for watching. This will hopefully go up on YouTube if I can shrink it enough. If not, I'll rip out the audio and I'll upload it somewhere so you guys can listen to it if you want to.
Did you record this one?
No, but I'm going to fish it off Twitch, so don't worry about it. Fish it off Twitch. That's the official terminology, I think. So yeah, that was it. Thank you very much to everybody once again for watching and or listening, and we will hopefully see you on the next podcast. Bye for now.
Bye for now.
Rage on!